I want to send a shout out to all the people. I love shout outs, and I want to send one to all the people I interacted with in Vegas that came up to me and told me how much they love the possessive apostrophe.
What?
Yes, they did. They said, and I love, and some even said, I love the apostrophe show. I said, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I love what you're doing with the apostrophe.
They just know you're on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's in front of the apostrophe. I'm really here for the apostrophe. I was like, that's great. Whatever we can do to differentiate. That's the key, is differentiation. And people go, they said this, I love what you're doing with the apostrophe, man. I said, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
All right.
And, it's like when you create something, like a radio show like this, the people don't even have to listen to. Like, they just like.
Well, we don't want to.
You don't have to, as long as you like the title. as long as you're like, no, I'm loyal to the apostrophe. I'm sure whatever was said this morning was great. Maybe let the on-demand play in the background. Something. We might benefit from that. We should probably make that our new sponsor code. With sponsor code
apostrophe?
Possessive apostrophe. Oh. Nobody who listens to this show would ever spell possessive apostrophe right.
No, nobody who works for this show.
No. Troy, if I put you on the spot right now, you think you could nail possessive apostrophe?
No.
Okay, good. Then I won't. Okay? I won't do it. Let's go to Jay in Canada. 866-969-1969. We are live. Happy hump day. Jay, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. Just a quick question and a comment on White Lotus.
Yes.
So, one, what's a little cutie patootie like you getting your own radio show?
Yeah, I don't know. Do I know you?
Maybe. You'll find out. And then White Lotus season 3 ending there.
Yeah.
I heard you and Nicole talking about the daughter, how she basically, you thought that she didn't want to, how she didn't want to stay at the Buddhist sanctuary or whatever it was.
Yeah, so at the end of, White Lotus, this family that comes into the hotel, they're loaded. The dad loves to wear a Duke shirt at his weakest moments possible, really throwing a monkey wrench into the plans of Duke University. But
that guy was a fucking mess.
He was a mess, but they're all very, very rich. And they love, Parker Posey is over there just loving that. Well, she doesn't feel like at her age she should really be forced to live in an uncomfortable way, and I agree with that. But the premise is that the daughter is sort of the, granola chewing hippie of a daughter that loves to love and doesn't think that all this concentration on the physical goods and money is a good thing until she spends a night with the Buddhists. You're not even Buddhist. And at the end, my interpretation was that she was like, no, I realized I need the comforts. I need the creature comforts.
Yeah, so my interpretation of it was that once she found out her brother wanted to stay with her, she kind of backslid. And I took it as she was making up kind of an excuse not to stay. But I know
that's possible.
I know you and Nicole kind of had a different take on it. I just didn't know if that's what you kind of got from it too, maybe.
I hadn't thought about it, but it is a good idea because
she was really bummed.
Yeah, she comes back from the
when he said, "I'm going to stay with you."
She was bummed when he said he's going to stay, and she comes back from the Buddhist temple. You're not Chinese. You want to live in Taiwan? When she comes back from the Buddhist temple, she is really bummed out, and it's not clear what she's bummed out about. So I took it as she was having a crisis of conscience. But I like yours is a little bit deeper, and so I like your interpretation. I might go with that. That's actually pretty good, Jay.
Yeah, that's just kind of what I took from it. Anyways, boys, keep making gold.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah, for any of you, and I mean. And I know my co-host on Satisfying, who's on the Morning Mashup, Nicole Biggins, did see it the same way I did. But Nicole, so at the end of this show, and I know spoilers, but it's been weeks.
Satisfying or White Lotus?
It should be the end of Satisfying after Nicole's interpretation. At the end of White Lotus, there's the woman is going off after making her $5 million, and she's on a boat, right? And she's like, okay, sailing away. Nicole said,
Oh, boy.
I know that she goes like this. I know I wasn't alone in this. A lot of people were saying it, but I thought the boat was going to blow up.
What?
And I went, what? And she was like, yeah. Like a lot of people, I was like, what are you talking about? Nobody thought the boat was going to blow up. It wouldn't have made any sense. Honestly, if that boat blew up at the end of the show, people would have been like, have all 3 seasons just been a complete joke? That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. She goes, no, I thought the boat was going to blow up. And I go, how could you have thought? And she goes, there were people. She goes, Sam, there were people in my life who thought the boat was going to blow up. I'm like, who? And she goes, well, my mom thought the boat was going to blow up too. I go, listen, Nicole, I'm a big fan of Lenny Biggins, but at no point, I go, that's not, wait, it's not an action movie. It's not that would be like a Seth Rogen parody of an action movie. That would be like if Danny McBride was on the boat in Pineapple Express, then the boat would blow up. I go, why would the boat blow up? She goes, because then the guy that gave her the $5 million, he wasn't going to let her leave with the $5 million. I go, it's already in her bank account.
Yeah.
And also, don't you think that the authority, even in Thailand, don't you think the authorities would be like, hey, that boat blowing up, it didn't have anything to do with the $5 million that was just placed in your bank account, did it? Even in Thailand. She goes, oh, I didn't think of that. So
that's me. That's the dumbest take I've ever heard.
It's insane. I couldn't believe it. I knew there was going to be something, and she loves the show. Like, she's not like, oh, I just turned it on, I was only half paying attention. Like, loves it. We talked for a whole hour about everything that happened on that show. But yeah, she thought the boat was going to blow up at the end. It's like, it's not like what was that skyscraper movie with the final boss in it?
Oh, wasn't it called Skyscraper?
Maybe, when he jumped from one building to the other. I was like, maybe in that movie, which, by the way, that movie was fantastic. But yeah, it's a different thing altogether.
Yeah, it's called Skyscraper.
Skyscraper. Like, if I want to watch a boat blowing up or the Hoover Dam crumbling to bits and we're running across it or something like that, sure. But if I'm watching White Lotus,
yeah, I mean,
and then the boat just blows up. First of all, if the boat blew up at the end, we would see pieces of a blown up boat in the beginning. Like, the whole idea is that it starts with the end and you get and you work backwards. Like, if the boat blew up,
yeah, there's constants throughout the seasons,
right? You'd be like, well, why'd you show me that there was a shooting in the hotel at the beginning of the season? The boat blowing up is a much bigger deal. So So I think I'm going to go with the caller's theory. I think I'm going to go with Jay's theory on that, because
it's a good theory.
It is a good theory. It is good. Yeah, I've been slacking on TV. I have to catch up because I've been in Las Vegas. I tell you, when you go to Las Vegas and you check it, I think if you go anywhere, but especially if you go to Vegas and you check into the hotel and the person at the front desk goes, and I see that you're here with us for 6 nights. You go, oh, like it just hits you. Like, that doesn't seem.
I'm living here.
Like, that can't be right. Is this an extended stay America or something like that? Yeah, I'm like, you're like looking and there's a casino behind you. Because, they put a casino, well, it's a hotel, it's an airport, wherever it is. It could be a Pizza Hut. There's going to be a casino in it. And you're just like, this is not. You walk in and you go, well, I'm in a different reality. And then they go, and we have you for 6 nights. And you're like, yeah.
Where'd you stay?
At the Aria.
Is it on the Strip?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you're in it.
Oh, in it. In the thick of it. And I mean, middle of the Strip. Not even out on one end or the other. Like, straight there. I mean, it was beautiful. Like, the room was great in a newer hotel. Like, the restaurants were good. Pricey restaurants, but the restaurants were good.
That's all right.
The casinos were good. Everything was awesome.
They got a good buffet?
I did not sample the buffet.
The fuck?
I know. Everybody's talking about the buffets in Vegas.
Vegas buffets.
That's what you do.
I went to 3 restaurants the whole time I was in Vegas,
okay.
I think.
Denny's?
Do we know what they are?
Okay, listen. Should I start from the beginning?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I did. I found my spot. Because look.
Well, I know one place you went to because I follow you on Instagram.
You saw that might have been a little shout out to the apostrophe show homies. Just to let everyone know I'm a real one. There was a comment on it that said, wait, this isn't a work? Like, he actually likes? I was like, yeah, I do. So I was out there for WrestleMania, obviously. And I left last time we had a show was a week ago, right? Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And so on Wednesday, I flew out in the evening. But before I flew out, I'm just sitting, packing everything up. Obviously, I waited till the very last minute. I didn't have one thing packed when I was doing this show on Wednesday.
That's fine.
So I'm just slowly, and I do this like thing that drives my wife crazy because I don't like to leave my house.
What?
Especially
You're always gone.
I know, and I hate it. I don't like to leave for an
You
evening.
dine in at Dunkin' Donuts, and you're like, I hate to
No.
leave the house.
That's a little escape. That's fine. No, I get what you're saying there, but like I don't like to like go out to dinner.
I know that.
To
That's
you know that.
true.
You
Yeah.
know that, and I don't like to travel at all.
No, you don't.
No, so like I will do things, and I can tell that I'm doing it where I'm delaying on like I'm self-sabotaging. Like I'm
Sure.
doing, like I could be far more prepared, but clearly I'm just pushing it off and pushing it off and pushing it off.
Because the flight isn't going to wait for you. You're going
No.
to have to pack.
Yeah, of course. I'm not in control of this.
Right.
Right? So whatever. I'm very, very slowly packing.
It's crazy it doesn't stress you out.
No.
But
If any,
packing is so easy.
It is, but it's like you don't want to forget anything. That's always my like
wow.
concern. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Okay.
I'll start a list like weeks ahead of time.
Same.
Yeah.
Right. No.
Just so I don't forget.
And I'm going for 6 days.
Yeah.
And also, as you know, I'm going 6 days, 6 working days,
So
right?
different outfits.
Right.
And going, well, they got to all fit in a carry-on.
Right. Which you can do
You
that.
had a suit too. Your suit. Oh my.
Oh, boy.
No.
You're putting the cart in front of the horse
Okay.
here.
No.
So I'm
I feel like
sitting
Sam
there.
may purchase some things in
I
Vegas.
think so.
Well,
Okay.
so I'm sitting there on Wednesday, and I'm stopping my packing for like a snack or something like that. Whatever. I'm just sitting in my kitchen.
Not a day-long adventure.
I'm like, well, I, put a few T-shirts in the stack and go, all right, let me see.
What time is your flight?
Let me see. It was maybe 6 o'clock flight, something like that.
Okay.
No, maybe 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock flight.
Okay.
Right. So, and I'm just sitting there, just hanging and banging, and all of a sudden, like, I get a FaceTime request on my phone from a number I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, that's weird because the minute you pick it up, now you're in my house,
Yeah.
and so I
Oh,
don't.
okay.
And so I don't pick it up, and then it calls again. And I go, okay, this might be serious. And so I picked up the FaceTime, and all of a sudden I'm on the Pat McAfee show.
Right. Yes, I saw that.
Like, no clue what's going on. And they just announced the Lord of the Marks is here. and Boston Connor is repeating everything that I'm saying and acting like, he's my servant
very funny.
and all this stuff. So I had no idea any of that. I had to go back. I was on for like a few minutes just talking about WrestleMania coming up, but then I had to go back and see what the hell had just happened. Because literally, it's not like you pick up the FaceTime and you're watching the Pat McAfee show. Right. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then Pat's introducing me, and I'm like, hey, guys, what's going on?
Could have thrown a plug in there, but
And Pat did.
Good for Pat.
Pat said,
I
you know
appreciate
him,
Pat.
You know him from this. He's on Sirius XM. He's doing all this stuff, And literally, as I'm talking to McAfee, my wife and my kids walk back in the door from wherever they were, and I'm just like on the Pat McAfee show. So they go, okay. And I thought, in my stupid head, I was like, you know what? I was like, Jess, why don't you drive me to the airport with the kids so that way we have a little extra time together? You know what I mean? And it's like, it's late enough in the afternoon that they won't be in school,
Trying to get a free ride to the airport.
That's right. That's right. These Ubers are expensive. You know how expensive.
Hey, Jess, I got a great idea.
They get you.
Where were you going?
Well, I go, it's LaGuardia. I go, no problem. She goes, okay, no problem.
Okay.
And we go, okay, get the kids. We're getting the kids in the car. And I start going, okay, what do I have to do? I was like, I have to do all these podcasts. That's my main gig. That's doing all the recap podcasts that I'm going to do after WrestleMania, which is 2 nights, and after Raw, which is another night. I'm going to present a Slammy Award. Right. I'm going to be on the NXT pre-show.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, I can go kind of nice, casual for all that stuff. Like the podcast, I'm just being me. I go, I'll bring like a sports jacket, a black sports jacket. I have these nice solid black jeans. I'll put on a really nice black T-shirt. I can do the pre-show and the Slammy Awards in that.
Okay.
And also then kind of combine those pieces to help when I'm doing the podcast and stuff. I can wear the jeans wherever. It's bag economy. And I go, okay. And then I go, and I got the live podcast, obviously.
Sure.
At the Comedy Cellar at the Rio. And so I go, okay, all good. And then I go, okay, as we're packing up, I go, oh, I need an audio recorder for the live podcast.
Of course.
Because I got to record the podcast.
Yeah.
And I go down to the basement as my wife is packing the kids in the car. And I go, wonder where that audio recorder is. I need like that Tascam.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. And I start looking in the back.
Because you had only thought of it at that moment, so it's not like you would plan this out.
No, that moment.
Right.
Yeah. While they're in the driveway. They're standing in the driveway.
And
I'm already going like, we don't have to leave right now. And my wife's like, we have to leave right now. I go, oh, okay, if you're going to be like that. And then I'm like looking around for it. I'm like, I don't see it in the basement. I'm going up to my room. I don't see it anywhere. Is it in one of the bags? No, it's not in this bag. It's not in that bag. She's like, what do you do? I was like, do you know where my audio recorder is? She's like, why would I know where your audio recorder is? What are you talking about? I go, I don't know. Did you move it somewhere? Why would I move your audio recorder? I don't know. I'm saying I don't know where it is. And usually if I don't know the answer to a question, you might know the answer to a question. She goes, well, I don't know the answer to this question.
Smart.
I go, okay. And I'm looking around. Time is ticking. The baby's strapped into the car. The kids are getting in. I go, you know what? Vegas, as they say, is the city that never sleeps. So
that's what they say.
That's what they say. Yeah. The windy city that never sleeps. So I go, whatever. I'm gonna buy an audio recorder in Vegas.
That's fine. You know what? I probably would have thought the same thing. If your options are miss your flight because you're looking for the audio recorder, or just say I'll buy one there.
Whatever. Yeah. I go, I've used that audio recorder so many times. It's time for a new one anyway.
There's probably a B&H there.
Big deal.
He'll throw it on his tax.
It's just crazy though that you're going to do these events, you have a lot going on. You wouldn't just even just create like a list in your phone. No. Like, okay, audio recorder, okay, let me set this aside.
No,
okay, this.
He's an asshole.
No.
It's just
failure
crazy.
to prepare is preparing.
But somehow he always pulls it off. But go ahead.
Okay.
That's always right. So then I go, okay. And we're on the way. And then I go, okay, let me check what terminal at LaGuardia we're going to.
Here we go.
Right? And I pick up my thing.
I know what's happening.
And I go, okay. I go, Jay. Terminal 1 JFK.
I knew it.
She goes, what? And I go, no, we're not going to LaGuardia. We're going to JFK.
That's so much farther.
And she's like, what do you mean we go? I go, relax. It's the same.
It's not.
No, it's not.
I said, that's what she said. I go, we're not even on the highway yet. It's not a big deal. She goes, it's a huge deal.
You are so much closer to LaGuardia than you are to JFK.
That's what she said.
She's smart.
And she goes, it just went from 30 minutes to like 50 minutes. And I have a car full of kids and also have to drive them home.
Yeah.
I go, it's going to be a great bonding experience. It's going to be fine.
She bonds with them every day.
It's going to be totally fine. And then we're in traffic and I'm like, ugh.
And you're not stressed?
No, it is what it is.
I bet he's a little stressed.
No, via con Dios is what I said.
Do you feel like a bit of an idiot?
I felt like...
You feel bad?
I felt bad, and I felt like she was justified in being irritated with me.
Absolutely.
That's how I felt. I go, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would be irritated with me right now because this is poor planning on my part.
I mean, it's no planning on your part.
No, there was no planning. There wasn't
it's
any.
Like flying by the seat of your pants.
And you've known
I
about
like
this
that.
trip for months.
For a while.
You're going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, for a while. Yeah, I mean, I had even WWE, they were like, we're going to make the flights early, so if you could just get with us. Like, the flights were made, a long time ago. They're very responsible over there.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
They got a lot of...
They probably plan.
Well, their problem is they got a lot of nudniks to deal with, like me. So, I go, it's fine.
I doubt Michael Cole does this.
Michael Cole seems like he's got his shit together.
Yeah.
No, he does well for himself, But I figure I got pre-check and I got clear. So what do I need to think about?
Okay.
So we do get to the airport. Unfortunately, it does take longer than it would have taken to get to LaGuardia. Mm-hmm. I say goodbye. I say I'm sorry. I gotta I'm going to go. I'm sorry. I got my backpack and my roller bag. I'm sorry. And
do you think you've got everything you need at this point?
Yeah, except the audio recorder.
Right.
Which I got a plan for.
Okay.
And so I go, and everything's fine then. I go through, pre-check and clear, boom, 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 easy peasy, and get to the gate. I'm even slightly early for the flight, which I'm like, okay, what were we rushing for?
I was right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sitting at this gate going like, why? I'm sitting at the gate now.
I'm sitting here like an asshole.
Yeah. Exactly. We're not boarding for another 10 minutes. Why am I already here? It's ridiculous. And so everything's fine. We get on the flight. Although, I got on the flight and I have my Wi-Fi on, so I'm texting with Jess. Everything was fine. She goes, and I started to think there was a problem. She goes, "Oh, the kids really miss you." I go, "Oh, that's really sweet." And this is true. She said, on the way back, every time we passed a Wendy's or a McDonald's, they cried because they thought of you. I said, "What?"
That's how they associate their father.
She said, every time we drove by McDonald's or Wendy's, they cried because they were thinking of you and they were going to miss you because you're going to be gone so long. I was like, well, it's really sweet. Except it's wild that they associate me with drive-through fast food restaurants.
I mean, can you see why?
Come on.
Yeah.
I can. And I said, you know what? Not only do we have sweet children, we have very perceptive kids.
Yeah.
They know exactly. I didn't realize how perceptive that they were.
Like, we all associate, our loved ones with specific things.
That's right.
And for your children,
that's right.
It's Wendy's.
That's right. But the flight was fine. I always end up getting on the flights early because I'm flying. I'm usually I'm flying coach exit row.
Right. Okay.
Which is economy plus economy.
Mm-hmm. Are you on the flight with Hot Dog?
No.
Okay.
Hot Dog was coming in the next morning.
Okay.
But I always end up seeing somebody from like WWE or something that travels all the time that has status.
Gunther?
So I got in with Gunther.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Gunther. He was like, "Come, you can be my companion."
That's
I go,
awesome.
"Great." And then I get on early. "Come with me." I go, "Okay, Gunther." and so the flight was fine, and I got off. It's like whatever it is, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Vegas is lit up. Casinos in the airport. WrestleMania signage everywhere. That's always very, very fun when you land in like the city that WrestleMania is in. They have the airports decked out. I mean, the whole city is decked out with wrestling stuff.
Yeah,
exactly right. Like there's like little stations where you can make signs that you could bring to like arenas and stadiums. Yeah, it's crazy. Like photo ops with like, welcome to WrestleMania instead of that welcome to Vegas sign.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Kind of like Orlando with Disney.
Exactly right. And so I go, okay, let me get my rental car. And I go outside and I see there's this line for the rental car shuttle.
Rental car?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be asking questions.
No, I'm a G, okay? I'm a G. I go, WWE's good like that. They're like, if you need a rental car, here it is. I see the line, and it's like, I figured at 10 o'clock at night it'd be easy, but I guess on the East Coast, there's probably a lot of people on that flight, and it's WrestleMania. So the line for a rental car is like at least 5 shuttles long.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It's just like around the thing. And I just go up to the lady. I go, "This is for rental cars?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "Cool." Turned around, Uber immediately. I go, "Don't need a rental car." I'd rather, not.
But you don't need a rental car, right?
No,
like
I didn't need a rental car.
When were you ever going to drive somewhere?
No, I mean, if I'm driving anywhere, it's to the venue and back. And most of the time, like, there's WWE shuttles that are taking us to the venue and back. So it's like, I didn't need it.
I saw it wasn't easy to get out.
Huh?
I saw it wasn't that easy to get out.
Right. Right. Yeah. People were risking it all.
Going up the down escalator.
I love seeing that. People risk it all to escape WrestleMania. So I go, okay. So I take the Uber.
Smart.
I take the Uber to the hotel. Check-in's easy. That's where the guy tells me 6 days. I go, okay. And I already start running into, people that I work with at WWE, people that I work with at Tops, people that and it's, okay, we're in it. We're in the thick of it. And I get up to the room, put my bags down. And I'm like, I got to grab something to eat because I realized, when it's 10 o'clock at night, but it's like whatever it is, 1 a.m. your body time, and you haven't eaten since right before I was on the Pat McAfee show. So I was like, I got to grab something to eat. I know there's a Denny's around here from the last time I was in Vegas.
Nice. Okay.
But you know what they put in?
What's that?
Raising Cane's.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know we were doing that.
Oh, yeah. So I walked to Raising Cane's, and it's impossible to walk anywhere in Vegas. It's so annoying. They have the sky bridges. You can't cross any streets. No pedestrian street crossing. You have to walk all the way to a sky bridge. It usually passes where you want to go, so then you have to walk back.
You're walking like twice the amount that you need to walk.
That's right. Luckily, the weather was like perfect. It was like 65 degrees, which is crazy for Vegas. Like, it's usually way hotter, but it's perfect. So whatever, I got my Caniac combo.
Nice.
Brought it back
what
to
a nice surprise.
Oh, best surprise ever. Brought it back to the hotel. Gorged. It was unbelievable. And then I woke up the next morning. Hot Dog was getting in at I think his flight was landing at 11 o'clock in the morning or something like that. But I was up early because I was on East Coast time anyway, and went over to the Wynn Hotel. Busted Open was over there because that's where Sirius has the new Sirius studio.
Right.
At the Wynn Hotel. So I went over there to do Busted Open, and I mean, that studio is great that they have over there. It's all decked out with the nicest cameras. There's video actually on the Busted Open YouTube channel, and you can see that how well set up everything is over there. It's really, really cool. Yeah, they had all their hosts were there, and then Mick Foley was coming in. Our buddy Paul Walter Hauser was coming in. It was perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Oh, yeah, I saw Mick Foley was on.
Yeah, look how nice that looks.
Yeah.
Same mic stands, though.
Yep.
They did put it. I didn't even think about that. I wonder why they keep insisting on using these mic stands.
That's a choice.
They must have stock in it or something.
You're getting it for free or something.
Yeah.
Nice thumbnails.
So I did. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's really hitting you hard.
Yeah.
But so I did Busted Open. That was great. I had a great time with them, and gave them hot takes. They love hot takes, and I got nothing but hot takes.
Of course.
And then I hear the Hot Dog's coming in, and so I go, okay. I go, Hot Dog. He was staying at the Rio the first night, and then he was going to join me at the Aria because we got a hotel with the
right.
gig, So I gave him my hotel at the Rio, and then booked him rooms at the Aria the other nights. So I said, okay, put your stuff down at the Rio, and then we got to figure out how to find this audio recorder. Because that gig's that day. It's at 5 o'clock.
You weren't doing any research on that on the plane or anything?
Not on the plane.
Right, because why would you?
But when I woke up in the morning, I did. And I was very dismayed at first.
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, Target doesn't really stock Tascams.
Really?
Walmart doesn't really stock Tascams.
It's funny you'd even think that they would.
Best Buy doesn't stock. I thought Best Buy would for sure.
For sure, yeah.
No, they got laundry machines. They don't have Tascams. They're not in that business anymore.
I would immediately on the ride to the airport.
Yeah, no, it was.
I would be on B&H's website looking for overnight delivery. To the Vegas hotel.
That's a good call because
obviously.
I did put Hot Dog on the case.
Oh, great!
Guess what?
What?
It's Passover week.
Oh,
B&H and Andromeda both closed all week.
That's right. You're fucked.
So I was like, Hot Dog, you go buy it at B&H.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll pay you for it. And whatever expenses are. Yeah. So no, I did have that thought. Hot Dog, if you have time, can you go and grab this before you come? And then I was also looking
copy.
Yeah, that's what he said. He loves saying copy. And then I was also looking can I Amazon it to Hot Dog's place?
Sure.
By midnight.
Right.
Because he's leaving early in the morning. So even 8 a.m. delivery, I'm not fucking with that.
Right.
Because if he has to leave by 6 and he misses it.
Yeah.
And you could go Sweetwater and overnight it to Vegas.
It was tricky because it really was. If it didn't get there within 24 hours.
Well, that's why I'm saying you should have been doing this on the ride to the flight because it's 3 or 4 in the afternoon your overnight deliveries, you're going to be good.
You could have called Sweetwater and said, listen, this is an emergency. This needs to go out tonight by 5 o'clock.
Last professional broadcaster on the line.
And they're like in the middle of America, so they could probably pull that off.
You know what they got in Las Vegas?
What?
Guitar Center.
Oh,
there you go. Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
And Guitar Center said they had a couple in stock. I said, easy peasy. Good to go.
All right.
So I said, Hot Dog, here's the plan. You get to the Rio, give your bags and shit, because it was a little early. Give your bags and everything to the bellhop. Leave them there.
Of course.
I go, then grab an Uber, meet me at my hotel. We'll go to Guitar Center. And then, the gig's at the Rio anyway. So you'll go back, you'll check in, and we'll be there in time for the gig. I said, I told you, everything's going to be perfect. Everything's always perfect.
Right.
And so,
everything works out in the end.
We get there, right? And
to Guitar Center?
No, Hot Dog comes to the hotel. We're not there yet. Okay. Hot Dog comes to the hotel, and he's got a backpack with him. And I go, what's with the backpack? He goes, oh, this is the $10,000 camera that I bring everywhere. And he goes, I didn't want to leave it with the bellhop. I go, oh, okay.
I get that.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I go, no problem. And he goes, did you bring any of your cameras? I said, no. I told you I wasn't going to bring any cameras. And he said, but I told you they were so small, it would be easy. And I said, yes. And I told you, acknowledged, I don't want to bring them. And he said,
these cameras here, right?
There was these.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, but when you said you didn't want to bring them, I thought because it was so logical, you would just do it. And I said, okay, well.
Why would you assume that?
Yeah, next time if I tell you I'm not doing it, I'm just not doing it. And it is what it is. He goes, oh, okay. And he goes, I can't believe you didn't bring an audio recorder. You didn't bring the cameras. You didn't bring an audio recorder. Oh. So now he's giving me a hard time.
He's kind of got you there.
And I go,
didn't bring the audio recorder.
He goes, and you forgot the audio recorder. I go, I didn't forget the audio recorder. I couldn't find the audio recorder. I go, I remembered right before we left. And he goes, but you forgot up until that point. I go, okay, maybe fine. And so he's giving me a razzing. As he's giving me a razzing, I get a text from one of my producers at WWE. He goes, hey, Sam, I'm going to write you in to Saturday and Sunday for the WrestleMania pre-show. I go, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Right? This is great. That's the bit. I go, fantastic. Thanks, man. And I go, Hot Dog, they just wrote me into the WrestleMania pre-show for Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to do some stuff with Joe Tessitore. He goes, that's awesome. I go, yeah. And I go, oh, shit. He goes, what? I go, I don't have any suits.
You didn't think you would need one?
I didn't think I would need one. I go, I don't have any suits.
You brought a jacket.
I have one jacket for the Slammies and for NXT. I can't wear one black jacket for the Slammies and NXT, and it's WrestleMania.
You'd be like Marge wearing the same dress.
That's right. It'd be ridiculous. Yeah. Red pearls everywhere, and it's WrestleMania. You got to wear a suit for WrestleMania. You got to come correct.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
That's not hard to find in Vegas, a suit.
But I got to make sure it fits right.
That's true.
I got to come out of pocket now. I'm going like, oh, man. And I kind of I need 2 suits because it's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, you definitely.
And I'm like, fuck. I go, how am I going to do this? And how am I going to get tailored? I need it. It's Thursday. I need it for Saturday. And I go, I don't need, and also I got the gig. I'm already like, my Thursday's already, I figured out how to perfectly get everything in line for Thursday. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be able to get to a store until Friday. Okay. It's Vegas. So it's going to have to be like fucking one of these like.
There's places that'll like tailor a suit. Right?
You probably have your measurements if you get a lot of suits made, right?
I don't know what my measurements are, bro.
Oh, you really?
Size large t-shirt?
I mean, that would help if you had your measurements. You could call them in.
Guess what? I don't have my measurements. I don't know how to call them in.
I think your measurements are buff and fit.
Yeah, I go pretty good. Yeah, that's what my measurements are. Pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I go, fuck. I go, okay. I mean,
it's a good problem to have.
It is. And so I called my wife, who is a genius, as you know.
Of course.
And I go,
and she's so sick of your shit.
I go, but she knows it. Right? She knows that it's always, I go, hey, good news, bad news. I mean, and it's not even really bad news. I think I'm going to have to go suit shopping. She goes, what are you talking about? I go, I just got written into the WrestleMania pre-shows. And she goes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, but I didn't bring any suits. And she goes, oh my God, why wouldn't you just bring a suit just in case? I go, there's nothing with me that's just in case. We're set up for what we're set up for. I didn't bring any just in case stuff.
And I get that.
And I go, I got to go buy suits. And she goes, but they're not going to fit right. I know, I got to go buy them. She goes, wait. She goes, I'm going to overnight you suits.
She's so smart.
I go, oh my God. I go, what are you, some kind of genius lady? She goes, I'm going to overnight you suits. We're going to do it right now. They're going to be there. I go, but they need to be here tomorrow because my call time for NXT is 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Oh. So there's no time to waste. I need them on Friday because they're not.
Thursday right now?
It's Thursday. Okay. I need them on Friday. They're not getting picked up on Saturday. She goes, that's fine. And she goes, stay with me. I'm going to be on FaceTime and we're going to go through your closet. Mm-hmm. I go, great. I go, my garment bag's in the trunk of the Jeep. Because I was bringing a suit just in case when I was going to Stanford.
Okay.
She goes, okay. She gets the garment bag. She's on FaceTime with me. The baby's crawling around everywhere, not being all that helpful. She's picking out ties. I go, no. I go, yeah. Get the black suit and the gray suit. She goes, perfect. And she goes, and the black shoes are in there. I go, fuck. I can't wear black shoes with a gray suit. I go, you better put the brown shoes and the black shoes in there. So now we got to get 2 belts, 2 pairs of shoes, because they got to go with each suit, enough ties to do everything, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, okay, we're good to go. She goes, okay. She goes, do you have a box or anything? I go, babe, just take it to the UPS store, whatever. Like, they will package it for you. Like, that's the best way to do it. And she goes, okay. And Hot Dog's over there just in his joy.
Oh, yeah.
Going, you fucking idiot. You didn't bring an audio recorder. You didn't bring your cameras. You didn't bring your suits. You are a total idiot.
He's got you dead to rights.
100%. And he's Mr. like, no, I'm not the same Hot Dog I used to be. I've come up in life. I'm prepared. He's like, I have 2 checked bags and one of it's full of lighting. I go, we don't need lighting. Why did you bring lighting? He goes, just in case. I go, okay. Smart. If only we were as smart as Hot Dog. And by the way, and I was like, I was letting him have it. I wasn't being shitty. I was like, you know what? You've been bullied a lot lately. I said, you get this one. You've earned it 100%. I'm in the barrel, and that's where I should be.
Plus, you got other shit to worry about.
Yeah. You have fun with that. And Jess packs up the suits. She goes, okay. You want it tomorrow? They can get it to you. It's now, 2 o'clock West Coast time. So it's like 4 or 5 o'clock East Coast time. Mm-hmm. She goes, all right, they can get it to you at 8 a.m. tomorrow or 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I go, okay, either one. And it's like, okay, it's like $450. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But it was like $450 to get you by 8 a.m. And she goes, and it'll be like $410 to get to you by 10 a.m. I go, what? I mean, at that point, get it to me by 8 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to save $30 on. And she goes, okay. And so it's sent. And I go, okay, that's amazing.
Perfect.
We're in Guitar Center. I go, we need a Tascam. He goes, okay, it's not out. I go, fuck, it's not out. Like, now the gig's in 3 hours.
Oh my God,
dude. I go, well, we need the Tascam. And he looks it up on the computer. He's like,
shouldn't you be at the venue at this point?
Right. He goes, it is in stock. And I go, great. He goes, I think it's just in the back. I go, great. Okay. So he goes to the back. He gets it. Perfect. We buy it. Perfect. Okay. I give it right to Hot Dog. I go, and I hand it to Hot Dog. And I look at Hot Dog, and I came to a realization. And then he looked at me, and we simultaneously came to the same realization.
You're in love.
Hot Dog goes, oh no.
No.
Because I looked at Hot Dog, and he had no backpack straps.
Oh my God.
He left the $10,000 camera in the Uber.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And the first thing I said to him was, I hope you enjoyed your 20 minutes, motherfucker. I hope you enjoyed every bit of that 20 minutes. All of it. Because now they're done.
Oh my God.
And I go, what do you want to do, bro? What do you want to do? And he goes,
how do you leave that in an Uber?
Bro, I won't leave it with the bellhop. I forgot it in an Uber.
That's like in the trunk?
Yes.
No, that's on your lap.
You leave it on your lap.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Why would you put a $10,000 camera in the trunk?
I forget groceries in the trunk.
I know.
With that big stupid ass lens that he uses on everything. Oh. It was all packed in there. Cinema quality. I go, well, we got an audio recorder.
Oh. That guy could be anywhere.
Yeah. And if he knows what he's got, he can quit Uber.
Yeah.
I go, okay.
God.
All right. And it's not like it was an Uber Black. It was just a guy's Uber. Mm-hmm. I go, okay, Hot Dog. Okay. Hope you enjoyed your 20 minutes, bud, because those are over. Those are done.
Yeah, my suits are on the way, and I got a Tascam.
I figured it out.
I figured out my shit. Now I got to figure out your shit too. So I had obviously ordered all the Ubers.
Right.
So I go into my Uber, and they do have a system for like, if you forgot something, and they go, put in your phone number, and your Uber driver will call you. I go, hot dog, you put in your phone number. I'm going to sit here and talk to this Uber driver. And so he puts in the phone number. I try to call him.
I still can't believe it.
I mean,
sounds like hell.
I'm so glad you didn't tell us this before.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the vestibule. You know how Guitar Center has like the 2-door system?
Yeah.
There's always a vestibule. We're now in the vestibule. We got this Tascam. Nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Because we can't just leave.
Show's in less than 3 hours.
It's like 3 hours away.
People are already lining up. Probably. Yeah.
All the not Samsonites.
Oh yeah. I still got to go. I got a whole.
You got to go back to your hotel, probably, right?
Yeah, I had a big box of shirts.
Yeah, great looking shirts.
Thank you. And I had my shirts printed and sent to the hotel, so they were there.
Right.
I had that taken care of. And I go okay. And I called the guy on the Uber app.
Yeah.
It didn't go through.
Oh.
I was like, okay, it didn't go through. I was like, okay.
He's out filming stuff.
Yeah. He's picked up a new career. He's got an independent film that he's making. It's called The Stupidest Man in the World. The World's Dumbest Uber Passenger is what it's called.
Oh, my God. So you're sitting in Guitar Center.
Sitting in Guitar Center in the vestibule because we have merchandise from Guitar Center. I'm not going to go back in the store. We're just in the vestibule. And the Uber driver finally calls Hot Dog.
Okay.
And Hot Dog puts his polite guy voice on. Yes, hello. Yes, hello. We were just passengers in your Uber, and I seem to have left an item in your trunk. You dropped us at Guitar Center. He's like, yeah. It was 10 minutes ago.
Cut the shit.
I know. Yeah. Do you think that you could bring us? Do you think you could bring that back? We'll if we can get a ride from you. We're going back to the hotel. Like he's trying to sweeten the deal. Like we have to get an Uber back to the hotel anyway, so we'll
for the job you're doing.
And he goes, yeah, okay, I'll bring it back. And they have a service Uber does where you have to pay for him to come back plus a $20 surcharge.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's an idiot fee.
It is an idiot fee, and the fact that Uber has it built in, I think, is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're sitting there then.
I know the voice that he used.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. We're just right in front of Guitar Center right now. You'll note. He goes, yeah.
I know. It was 10 minutes ago. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay. And I'm like, those 20 minutes were sweet, huh? 20 minutes they're a good 20 minutes. He goes, yeah, it was a good 20 minutes. He knows. Yeah, it was a good 20 minutes. And we're waiting. It's now been 15 minutes since the call. And I'm going, bro. If he figures out what's in the back of that Uber, he ain't never coming.
Right?
Never coming. He easily quit Uber 6 months from now. I mean, think about how long it would take you to make the amount of money you could get from selling that camera driving Ubers.
Oh, driving Ubers?
Months.
Yeah. By the way, Jim McClure is a great question.
Go ahead, Jim McClure.
You've got a $10,000 camera in a bag.
Right.
How do you not have an Apple tag in that bag at all times?
Bro, I bought an expensive backpack. I bought an Apple tag for just the backpack.
Yeah.
Every single time I left my hotel room, as happens everywhere that I go, every single time my phone lights up going, by the way, you've now left some stuff.
Right.
You're no longer with your stuff.
If I'm carrying around $10K in equipment in a bag, I'm putting an Apple tag in there.
No Apple tag. Well, he didn't want to pay. He didn't want to do.
It's $20.
$10,020. It's too rich for his blood. So
no free shipping.
So it's 15 minutes have passed. I'm like, bro, what are we doing? Like, either way, we got to do the gig. Like, I don't care if you're filming it with your phone or something. Like, the gig it's a ticketed event.
Right. You can't just not show up because somebody left their camera in an Uber.
No, literally. WWE asked me to host a panel at WWE World. I said I could do it any other time, but this is a ticketed event. Right. I can't.
You're booked.
It is what it is. And so, I go, well, you got to call him again, bro. Because I'm not
The
talking.
Uber guy?
Yeah, you got to call him and find out where he is. You got to call him again, dude.
And that's like the most uncomfortable call because it's not like the Uber guy forgot.
No, it's not his problem.
It's not his problem. He's, yeah, I'll be there when I'm there.
And he might be already in taking a passenger somewhere, and he's in the middle of a.
Or he might be really far away because he just dropped somebody off.
Right. Or because
And
he's not
traffic is insane
Now you got this
around
idiot.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts.
Now you got hot dog. Hey, don't know if you remember me.
Right.
Called you 5 minutes ago.
Right.
But in all fairness, the Uber driver could be like, "Hey, I could be there at maybe I'm going to need at least 45 minutes to get
That's
there."
true.
I think he said 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So in 15 minutes we're up. I made Hot Dog call, and he goes, "Yes, hi. This is the passenger that had called before about the bag that was left behind. Yes, we're in front of Guitar Center. I just wanted to know if there was any update on the status of when you might arrive." Oh, okay. Oh, okay, great. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we can. Okay, thank you. He should be here in 3 minutes. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I would have given like a 5-minute buffer.
Yeah.
Call it like 20 minutes.
But he's stressing, so
He is stressing. He's sweating bullets. He looks like that Jordan Peele meme with the water just pouring down his face. So the Uber driver pulls up. Hot Dog gets his bag. Of course, he can't figure out how to book the Uber driver to get. He goes like, "Oh, I'm going to try to book you. And I go, Hot Dog, go ahead and book the return trip. That's on you."
I mean, in fairness, I don't think I would know how to book a specific Uber driver.
And he did. And the Uber driver was like, "You can't." I was like, "No problem." It was on my phone. I like gave him, an extra heavy. I like went back and like edited the tip so it was way more. And, yeah, it was all good. And so, yeah, and then I dropped him off. I got him dropped off at the Rio, so he could check in, and then I had to go check him in because the room was in my name. They didn't switch it for whatever reason, and then I went back to my hotel. I said, "Hot Dog, you set up the room and everything. I'm gonna go back to my hotel. I'm gonna take a breath, hydrate, and then I'll go and I'll meet you at the gig with the merch." He goes, "Okay, perfect." And so because all this happened, we were obviously delayed. So I didn't realize that the box of T-shirts is like, I in my head I go, whatever. T-shirts are light. It's like 35 pounds. It's a giant box of shirts.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm dragging this box through the Aria, get an Uber to go to the Rio. Get to the Rio. Now, of course, there's nothing in Vegas it's not like it's like an outside door. You have to walk through casinos to get absolutely anywhere.
Yeah.
So now I'm walking through a casino and I see where the Comedy Cellar is. And I walk up to the Comedy Cellar. There's a huge long line.
Yeah, of course.
And they're
People are
like,
excited to see you.
And they're like, "Yeah, Sam's here, Sam."
You're carrying a box like
giant
a
box of shirts.
Oh my God.
Veins about to explode in my head because I can handle 35 pounds, but now I'm doing a farmer's carry.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm going for distance on this thing. And then I'm like, hey guys, and I'm like, and I put the box down. The door's locked. I go, "Hi guys, hi everybody."
That's not the image you want.
No, it really does.
Embarrassing.
There's like no grand entrance.
No.
You see
No.
the guy, it's struggling.
No, you're sweating bullets carrying a box of shirts, and
That's
now
right.
the door's locked. You
That's
look like
right.
a big
real
asshole.
horse's ass.
Real horse's ass.
Thank God I present myself as an everyman.
I mean, because that's what you were.
That's how I came across. Yes.
Why didn't you have the shirts shipped to the Rio?
Yeah.
No reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think of it.
Yeah.
You
Probably.
should think of things before you do them.
Yeah, you should have had them shipped to Cheyenne Marte at the Rio.
Yeah.
And then
You
they
know
would have
what?
said we have nobody.
You know
by that
what?
name staying here.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I was like, I will be at the Aria. I can get my hands on this.
You know you will be there.
I will be able to. I know that I will be able to get my hands on this thing. I do not trust that it will happen the other way. That's what it was. That was my line of thinking. And I still stand by that line of thinking because you're talking about $10,000 in an Uber hot dog. You know what I mean?
You can't get them shipped to the Comedy Cellar?
Yes, you could.
I could, but I wouldn't know until I got there. If they got,
I mean,
and sometimes, and you never know. The Comedy Cellar people were great, but sometimes you go to these clubs and there's airheads running them.
No, I hear
you know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to get it shipped to the hotel where I am so I can get it. I will know where it is. I'm sure I'll get there early enough that I can drop it off. Did not know that we would be delayed.
By hours and hours. Man.
Corey in Rockland.
It's the first night.
Oh my God.
Hey, good morning, Sam. Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good.
So now I was wondering why you were carrying a box of shirts and Hot Dog wasn't doing them. Because I was standing there in the line. I said to myself, and it really was about, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes before the show started. I'm going, why isn't Hot Dog doing this? Why isn't he inside? And then when you got to the door and I saw the door was locked, I did notice on your face, like, oh, come on, man. What's going on?
Yeah. I mean, it really does.
And then you had to stay there and look at all the fans. You're like, yeah, you were like, all right, guys, see you inside soon.
Yeah, there was one guy that was like, he was literally waiting online for the show. He was like, Sam, can I get a selfie? And I was like, I'm going in the same place. We can do it.
Yeah,
sure.
but you had nowhere else to go.
I was like, yeah, I'll take it, but we're going to the same place. I'll see you after the show. Like, thank you, Corey.
And then they let us in, not even 10 minutes after you walked in.
Yeah, usually you're like,
a good show, Sam.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's the point, right? By the time I got in there, Hot Dog had the camera set up. Everything was good. We had a last minute switch up with the guest, but it ended up being Dominic Mysterio. That was like an even bigger guest. So like, we switched the advertised guest for somebody that is a bigger name right now than the advertised guest, which is amazing. He was fantastic. The show was great. Everybody loved the show. We had a ton of people there, ton of radio show listeners. I'm so glad so many of you guys showed up. They were even like, I went outside and took pictures with everybody that wanted it after the show. They were starting to get frustrated because the line of people that wanted to take pictures was long and filling up. I said, big deal, okay?
Yeah.
Big deal. This is what we're doing.
I saw it. People looked very happy to be there.
They were super happy. It was a great show. We're gonna have video of the interview. I think my plan is to put the video up on Friday, so be on the lookout on the Not Sam Wrestling YouTube channel on Friday. John in Virginia.
Hey Sam, would you say this box of shirts was bigger or smaller than a watermelon?
I mean, I could have fit a couple watermelons inside the box. That's how big the box was. But it ended up going great.
The event.
The event went great. Everything got pulled off without a hitch. Everybody had a great time. Everybody got to take pictures. People picked up some shirts. Everybody had a great time. And Dominic Mysterio was incredible. WWE was very gracious and everything. It was perfect.
So Miguel was there?
Miguel from Los Angeles got to see and embrace Miguel, which was fantastic, and it was great. It was great. And so we then went. We left there. Had some extra shirts, but there was a wrestling pop-up store going on the next day. I was just bring these shirts there.
Was that like kind of like not a convention, but like were there?
Well, it was one of the I'll tell you. So first, after that, went back to the hotel to drop off the remaining shirts and everything, and then Hot Dog and I went to Wale Mania.
Oh, right, yes,
the annual.
He does that every year.
Hip hop wrestling crossover, where I am quite goated, I will say, if I may say so myself.
I know you are.
Yes. So we had a great time. They always do a great job. They have a ton of wrestlers there. Wale is there performing, and it's just a hang. It's just a vibe. And we had a day, so it was nice to be able. Like, it wasn't our event. We could just chill.
Hot Dog maybe had a drink.
I do not believe Hot Dog had any cocktails.
Interesting.
As a matter of fact, we could check. Hot Dog.
What?
How you doing, bud?
Tired still.
Well, don't get that. Let's not. Yeah. We haven't. Have I told any lies so far?
No, but you missed. I mean, yeah, I did sell a lot of shirts. I would like that.
Okay.
On the record.
Okay. Hot Dog was very proud of himself. He goes, "Check your Venmo, fam." Because I did take your advice. I printed out the Venmo thing before I left.
Smart.
Prepared.
Smart.
Printed out the Venmo QR code, and a lot of people did. People paid cash, Venmo, and Hot Dog did move a good amount of shirts.
Good.
You're standing right in the right spot. You did. You were slanging, Hot Dog. You were slanging.
Yeah, and I was panicking because I had to leave the entire camera setup in the club, even though they were saying that they had a quick turnaround and all that stuff. Went out with a huge box, it was heavy as hell, and I sold a good whopping.
By the way,
Hot
Dog had to go from the green room to right outside the club. Man, that box was heavy as hell. First of all, it was
there was like the huge line. The huge line was already formed, so I had to somehow squeeze my way through that huge line in that skinny hallway with that huge box.
He's been on for a minute and he's patting himself on the back.
I know. It was a 35-pound box. It's not a light box, but it's not like, it's 35 pounds.
All right.
So, but everything was fine. Hot Dog was able to tear it down. As a matter of fact, going back into the club was great because our pal Mike Fanoia was actually there doing the show after us.
Oh, that's great.
So I got to hang with Mike. He has a great system. He was there to do gigs, but also because Dead & Co.
I saw he was at the Sphere.
Oh. So he got to do his gigs, see Dead & Co. at the Sphere, do the whole thing. And he did. He said he had an extra ticket to the Sphere the next night.
I would have been there in a second.
If I wanted to go. And I would have gone too, except, as Hot Dog pointed out, I don't go to things.
No. Were you available that night?
I could have made it happen.
Oh.
But I don't go to stuff.
Yeah, but you don't want to just see something at the Sphere and see what it looks like?
Here's what I don't do.
Stuff.
Right, and I don't do, and Hot Dog, it does drive Hot Dog a little crazy, I think. I don't do a little work, a little personal trip. I don't do that. I don't do like...
But if you've got the time...
No, I do. If it's a work trip, it's a work trip. Like, there were people like texting me after WrestleMania going, oh, what are you doing after WrestleMania? You're not still at the stadium, are you? I was like, shut the fuck up. I'm at work. Like, let me go to work.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but like, if you've got a free night, like... Go to the Sphere.
I'm at work.
It does a lot for your soul. You're stuck in Vegas for 6 nights.
Well, I went to Wally Mania with you. Instead, we vibed the fuck out.
That's not work.
But it's networking.
No?
You could have networked at the Sphere.
There's
You're like, hey, is James Dolan here?
Hey, we make fun of you on the radio all the time.
Are you doing a WrestleMania party?
Hot Dog, were you sweating bullets when you lost that $10,000 camera?
Yes. I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to show my face again. Immediately I was like, oh, this is it. This is the last time I ever do anything.
Are you gonna put an AirTag in there now?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Of course it's not.
Let me ask
I bet you this is the first he's ever thought of it.
He's never popped his head.
McClure just thought of it, and he was like, brilliant. Let me ask you this, Hot Dog. The whole world wants to know. Was it a good 20 minutes?
What do you mean?
Of course he doesn't know what I mean. He's been on hold. He
been on
heard
hold
the story.
entire time.
The 20 minutes that you got to have me in the barrel.
Oh, yeah. It was amazing.
It was amazing. He had the time of his life.
Yeah, because I told Sam I was getting Sam shit for the cameras because I rely on at least one camera of his for all these live events, and he just decided to just bring neither of them.
I told you I didn't decide. I told you I wasn't bringing them.
And everybody was here when he said that.
You heard me say.
Yeah, I go, I'm not bringing them. I'm leaving. And you walked out of the studio.
You're very clear.
Like you're not going to come back to the studios here to grab the cameras.
No, I'm not bringing the cameras.
And if I recall, that's what Hot Dog's like. Well, I'm going to work, and the cameras were here. I packed them up.
Yeah,
and you were like, okay,
they were here for a week.
Yeah.
Everybody?
Yeah, and I said, well, what are you going to do? I mean, you're just going to leave a camera that we always use?
I said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm not.
That's a YP.
Yeah. I said, you're literally flying across the country to video a show. Like, can you please just take care of the cameras for me? That's all I'm asking. This is not, I'm not taking you out on vacation.
You're asking him to do his job.
All I want is just like, please take something off my plate. Clearly I have enough on my plate that I'm not even allowing myself to think about any of it.
You have so much you're just forgetting.
I don't do anything because it's all insane shit.
No, this is psychotic because that little camera would not have made any difference to your
I'm not bringing the cameras. Period.
Now I know that. Now I
know.
Well, okay. Well, Troy knew that last week,
and it wouldn't have made much of a difference if you were like another 15 minutes late to work, so you could have just waited.
Yeah,
for the
you
cameras.
barely go anywhere.
And by the way, if it's so small, why don't you bring it?
It was the middle of a break. I would have to wait an hour for me to grab that camera.
I do all kinds of breaks. I break all the time.
Yeah, and didn't he leave at the end of the show? I can't remember.
No, I left.
Oh, that's right. You left before the end.
No, he left at like 10:30.
Yeah, I mean, swing back on the way. Right. Swing back anytime. Swing back when you're leaving work. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We vibed the fuck out at Wally Mania, though, right?
Yeah, that was nice. The venue was really sweet.
Venue was great. Show was great. Hanging with our friends. That was all good.
It had to just be a relief that like things worked out at the show. Everybody was happy that came to your event, and it was like finally you can relax.
Can I tell you something? And it drives Hot Dog crazy. At no point was I worried about it.
That's insane. Dude.
That's insane.
At no point, Hot Dog. At any point was I like fuck? Like did I seem stressed at any point?
You weren't even worried when, because that audio recorder was brand new, and remember I couldn't turn it on until you got there because you had the batteries, and then I had to set it up I didn't know how to turn that thing on or set it up so it's recording like the right lines on the board.
Right.
And it was maybe until like a minute before the show that we got it recording.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, Sam's got problems.
I knew he would do it. I knew he would do it.
I don't know.
That's
Live
insane.
events are so
Sam just
stressful.
walks over. Sam just walks over, sees me struggling, sees that the audio isn't set up, and he's like, "You all right?" And then before I even say, "No, actually, he just left."
And I probably chuckled a little. I'm like, "Yeah, you got this, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be a psychopath.
Bro, we're winners. We're winners, dude.
is.
Winners win.
Like if you could monitor
Because
your
one
heart,
day it's not going to go right.
They don't
and he'll be fine with it. That's the crazy part is he won't be stressed about it.
Well, you don't bat. You know, not every look. Even on steroids, McGwire didn't hit all home runs, but he hit a lot of them.
He hit a lot of dingers.
I'm like McGwire on steroids. Okay.
I was just praying I didn't have a hand.
And Hot Dog's my little Sammy Sosa.
He's not your Canseco? You guys aren't the Bash
He is.
Brothers?
He's my Canseco. I'm like, Hot Dog, I need you to inject my ass real quick. Yeah, so we did Wally Mania. That was great. I'm going to put you on hold, Hot Dog, but don't hang up, okay? Just so I don't hear the static of the phone. So we go to Wally Mania. That was great. Friday, we woke up in the morning, went to that T-shirt sale. You know, I brought all my merch. The guy there was gracious enough to say, no, the guy selling my stuff will sell your stuff too. We'll just cash you out after.
Oh,
This is Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Okay, so first thing in the morning, you wake up. Are your suits?
Ooh.
The suits there?
Good question.
Boom. So the mail place doesn't open. I waited until the business center was open.
Okay. At the hotel?
Yes.
Right.
And yes, before I went and did the T-shirt place, I did. As soon as it opened, I went up. I got the notification. Jess, my wife, had texted me like she was on it at like 8 a.m. She was like, just got notification that the tracking number says, we didn't get a tracking number. Just kidding. The tracking number says, would have been an extra $15.
No, thank you.
The tracking number says that they're there. I said, okay. Went up. They were there. Suit was there. Big box, inside, garment bag, whole thing. So you're right. Thank you for reminding me. I put them in the room and opened them up, tried to get everything as flat as possible, get any wrinkles out. Luckily, the wrinkling wasn't bad because we shipped them in the garment box, right? So, like, I mean, in the garment
Where
bag.
they're supposed to be.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So that was okay. And then, but I do when I want to steam stuff, anytime I'm on the road, I hang stuff up in the bathroom.
Sure.
And then put the shower on full blast and leave them in there for anytime I'm in the room. And it works, it's great.
Not good for the environment, but at least your suits are okay.
It's a hotel.
They got
so
plenty of water in Vegas.
it doesn't count. Plus, Trump did the war on showers.
Yeah,
I
we're
totally
good.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Heavy pressure.
Right. So that's all good. That's all good. And the suits are there. I go, okay, we're all covered. Once again, we're all covered. I go to the T-shirt place. That's taken care of now. I go, okay, perfect. And whatever. And we have some leftovers still because I got a bunch of them done. So we're gonna have them up online within a few days. So,
Yeah, those are great shirts.
yeah, if you wanna grab one, I'll have a link to pick up whatever's left over soon. Then we go. I'm hanging out with a friend of mine who works in TV production, and she's like, "Okay, let's grab some food." I go, "Okay, great idea."
I know where the Raising Cane's is.
Oh, in my head, I was like, I don't know. We passed a place too. I did see us pass a place on the way here. She goes, we're going to meet a friend of mine who I worked with at like MTV or something like that. I go, okay, great.
Nice.
She goes, where do you want to go? I go, you do not want me to pick.
Don't.
That's what I tell people now. Do not ask me to pick. And she goes, because I said, I'll be assertive, but don't ask me to pick.
Is there a Hooters in Vegas?
It's funny you should ask.
Oh, no.
She goes, and again, these are people working. This is like a professional, friendship professional, the whole thing. She goes, no, I want you to pick. I don't know. I want to go. You pick the spot. This time you're picking. Okay. I go, listen, if I'm picking Hooters.
Oh my God, dude.
And she goes, ha, 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 ha. I go, ha, ha, ha. And then I did the Stone Cold meme that time. Ha, 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 straight face. If I'm picking, we're going to Hooters. I go, you have time to decide I'm not picking. But if I'm picking, that's where we're going.
Is it because you're just dying to go to Hooters, or is it like kind of like a punishment? Like, okay, you want me to pick.
Well, I'm at a place in my life. It's not a punishment, but I'm at a place in my life right now where it's like, I'm cool going wherever. Like, I don't need to push my will on anybody. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm also really comfortable with what I want and what I like.
Right.
So if you're asking me what would I like to do and you're going to go where I would like to go.
Hooters is it?
That's what I like. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to do what I like. And we'll have a great time regardless. We can go where you like and still have a great time. But if you're insistent on going where I like, and I'm very understanding if you don't want to go where I like. But if you want to go where I like, we had passed a big Hooters on the way to the hotel from the airport, and I was like, that's where I would like to go.
Oh, my God, dude.
She was like, okay, we'll go to Hooters then.
So you went to Hooters?
So we went to Hooters.
How was it?
Unbelievable. It was great. Look how happy I am.
Oh, my God, dude.
Look at how happy I am.
God, you really are. You are genuinely happy.
They had a step and repeat. I was so happy. I was like, this is great. It was delightfully tacky.
I'm surprised they weren't kind of WrestleMania'd out.
No, they weren't really. Not a ton of people in there. I'm going to be 100% honest. Unfortunately, they didn't know what they were missing, though.
Not a big boost from the event in town.
Unfortunately, not. And at least maybe I went on off hours. I don't know for sure.
You'd think some of the clientele would cross over.
I would think so. Look, it did for me. I know some of the WWE talent was eating at Hooters.
Okay,
I can name one.
Sam Roberts.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the one I was thinking of at the moment. Yeah.
I feel like they would have sold a lot of 4XL shirts.
You think so?
That weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. But look.
How are the wings?
Amazing.
Of course.
They were amazing. I got boneless wings.
Did you try the cake?
I did not try the cake.
You should have tried the cake.
I'm not a big dessert guy.
Great.
Yeah, I hear it's amazing.
I got boneless wings. I got fries with cheese sauce. And I got Dr. Pepper, and I took advantage of their refill system. and my friend, the lady I was with, and also she's a female, and the lady that I was with, the woman, she was like, she goes, why did we each order fries? Like, these are huge orders of fries. We could just order one order of fries. I go, no. This is a side. This is a side. You get it with cheese sauce. And she was complaining a little bit. That she was like, I can already feel like my stomach's gonna be upset. I go, you're not used to it. You got to develop. You know what I mean? You got to. It's like developing calluses on your hands. From lifting weights or whatever.
Yeah, your stomach just doesn't have the coating yet.
That's right. For me, my stomach felt satiated, but that was me.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then I get back to the hotel, and there's like, I mean, dude, they do so much stuff.
You've been there 2 days. You already had Cane's and Hooters.
I hadn't. Yes, I already had Cane's and Hooters, and I told you I went to 3 restaurants the whole time.
All right, we got 2.
Yeah. So it's like, so then it's Friday, and I mean, WWE did so many events for WrestleMania. Like, not only do they have WWE World, the convention, open all day, Thursday through Monday, but then they also had they had SmackDown, the 2 nights of WrestleMania, Raw, NXT on Tuesday, Saturday morning NXT, Hall of Fame was Friday night. They had nightclub events every night that was like late night events. They had Tony Hinchcliffe doing his roast on Sunday. They had, I mean, and I think the idea, there were some people that were just trying to do everything, which I was like, you can't do that. I think their idea, which is smart, was
so many ticketed events.
It's so many. Their idea was, we just want to have something for everybody.
Right, which is smart.
Whatever your thing is. If you want to go to the Hall of Fame, we got the Hall of Fame. If you want more wrestling shows, we got wrestling shows. If you want this, we got this. And I was like, yeah, that's great that you're doing that. So I was like, you know what? I was working the pre-show for the NXT Premium Live event on Saturday. the NXT show pay-per-view was airing before WrestleMania.
Okay.
The pre-show was at noon East Coast time, which means it was on at 9 o'clock in the morning, Las Vegas time.
Okay.
Which is, so like literally they're doing a show at 10 o'clock in the morning, West Coast time. So that was a gig that I had. I was like the host for it. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me skip SmackDown. I'll watch it on TV, but let me not go to SmackDown. Let me not go to the Hall of Fame, because the Hall of Fame is going to go till 2 o'clock in the morning. And I had to be in the lobby at 4:45 a.m. to catch the bus to go to T-Mobile Arena. And I said, okay, so I did the responsible thing. You know, I ordered room service, which doesn't count as a restaurant.
Okay.
They had a chicken tender sandwich. So I was like, I'm not going to not.
Fucking chicken tenders.
I'm not
Sounds
gonna-
delicious.
I'm not going
It
to
does,
not.
but every meal?
He doesn't
Yeah.
eat beef.
Preferably every meal. Got my chicken tender sandwich. It was great. Watched SmackDown. Prep for NXT. Hit a Not Sam Wrestling podcast from the Las Vegas Not Sam studio. You see that?
I saw that.
The
Yeah.
Las Vegas
Uh-huh.
Not Sam studio,
Yeah.
which was a T-shirt hung in the room of the hotel.
I did see that.
Yep. And then all good. Now, okay, there it is. That's the Las Vegas Not Sam studio. And that, I mean, there were multiple shows taped out of there. I mean, no multiple Not Sam shows. Nobody else hosted out of there except me. But
Gets the job done.
Yeah, but it got the
Hey, do
job
you have a
done.
studio? Yes, I do.
Now, since I was booked for the WrestleMania pre-show, that meant doing NXT right to WrestleMania, right? So
Right.
it's like, so I had to get my suit on first thing, get down to the lobby in my suit Saturday morning, 4:45 a.m. So wake up at like 4:15, take a shower, get my suit on, down in the lobby. And I had to bring my cool clothes with me because we're doing our podcast after WrestleMania from the stadium. And you can't podcast in a suit. You got to wear cool guy clothes to podcast.
Okay.
So I brought my cool guy clothes, which is what I'm wearing now, cool guy clothes.
And you look cool, by the way.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
And so I have my little bag of my cool guy clothes and my suit. Went to NXT, 4:45, got there around, whatever, a little before 5. Did the pre-show, had a little pancakes and bacon and catering. Did a little pre-show, knocked it out of the park. No surprises there. As soon as the pre-show was wrapped, it was like, and it was wild, like being in the arena, because we hosted the pre-show from the arena, obviously, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and there are already people starting to fill up that arena, and you're like, they are here for it, man. They are here. Some of the poor crew that was there was like, no, we worked Hall of Fame last night as well. And I was like, oh shit. So we did it, knocked the pre-show out of the park.
Nice.
Immediately when the pre-show was done, had to have a car there to take me over to the stadium because now I got to do the WrestleMania pre-show right after that. Get to the stadium. I mean, I got to tell you, the coolest part about working at WrestleMania is like being there before the show, like hanging out in the stadium before it's open, like everybody's getting everything ready, the wrestlers are getting everything ready, they're working on their entrances and everything, and you just get to be in the environment. Like that, for me, there's nothing better. It's the best. So I'm soaking it all in. We do the pre-show, the WrestleMania pre-show. They have me, like the WrestleMania pre-show, it's a beast. It's 3 hours long.
I saw you on it.
Yeah, it's like there's so many moving parts to everything going on, and it's just like, hey Sam, and literally half of it was being made up as we went. Like at one point they go, Sam, you and Kathy, you guys do a hit, which I thought was really fun because Kathy and I have known each other forever, and the fact that we're on the WrestleMania pre-show together,
That's wild.
Awesome.
yeah, really cool. But we didn't know what we were going to talk about until like 30 seconds before we got on live on camera. But
There's so much to talk about.
there's so much to talk about, and I'm built for it. What are you going to throw some wrestling stuff at me, and I'm not going to know what to talk about?
I'm sorry, what's that?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm there for. Working with Joe Tessitore is amazing because
Yeah.
Joe Tess is a legend.
Yeah.
in all kinds of sports. He's done football. So I mean, it was the funnest thing ever. Changing to my cool guy clothes. Watch WrestleMania. We're running around, because we're hosting the podcast after WrestleMania, but at the same time we're getting interviews for it. So we're trying to scoop people as soon as they get done with their matches to come in and do an interview. That's all super fun. You just sit there after the show, do the podcast with Megan, recap WrestleMania. I mean, it's a crazy gig because it's not like they're telling me, okay, here's what we want you to say. They're just like, Sam, are you ready to talk about WrestleMania? And I'm like, yeah. And they go, okay, mics are on. And I go, okay, here we go. It's.
And they don't give you any points that they want you to hit?
No.
It's just kind of like,
they
trust you that you know what you're talking about.
100%.
Wow, that's incredible.
And honestly, they're doing the same thing on the pre-show. Like, if you look at the script for the WrestleMania pre-show, it says Sam and Joe Test talk about Cody Rhodes and John Cena. And Joe's like, hey, Sam, here's what I'm going to ask you, I think. And I go, okay. And then we're live.
Wow.
And like, not only is it they trust me to do it, but they trust me to do it live. It's great. It's really, really cool. So then we leave the stadium. And then we got to go into the stadium after the podcast once everybody's cleared out and just kind of take it all in again. Awesome. Leave the stadium. Go. There was a Mexican place inside the hotel, inside the Aria. I wish it was Taco Bell. I was trying to live Mas while I was there.
Yeah, I get it. You're in Vegas.
Yeah. No, but it was like a real Mexican, like a fancy dancy Mexican place.
Qdoba.
It was Qdoba. Yeah, it was fast casual, not fast food.
Welcome to Moe's.
So I went in there, got some chicken tacos.
Oh.
It's fantastic.
Chicken again.
Chicken tacos.
Why don't you get some like fish tacos?
Probably cost about $40 a taco.
Yeah. They're not going to go easy on you.
No, they got me coming. $8 Diet Cokes. Yeah, I'll have another Diet Coke. That's another $8.
Vegas sounds like hell.
I mean, you cannot go in. I'm literally eating tacos and Diet Coke, and I can't leave without paying $100. They're like, we're not. I go, okay, good. I'm having one meal a day then.
Are you able to? You're not able to expense the food?
I think so. I think I'll be able to, but I don't know. But I'm also going to be like, I don't know. These are $100 taco meals. This is insane.
Meanwhile, Troy goes to Hong Kong and he gets like $300 worth of McDonald's for like $40.
I know.
Oh yeah.
I know.
And there's no chemicals in it.
Exactly.
You're like, can I have a taco? They're like $40.
Yeah. And then I went upstairs, back to the room, hit them with another Not Sam Emergency podcast from the Vegas studio. Keep in mind, I was up in the lobby at 4:45 a.m.
Go to sleep,
I've now done
dude.
like 9 shows in one day. And then
much.
Then I
wrestling talk.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of wrestling talk.
You got to be exhausted by this point.
I mean, exhausted and literally halfway through.
You're like, just, I'm talking wrestling. There's wrestling words coming out of my mouth, but is it like even coherent?
I don't know. I'm assuming I'll find out in the comments if I said anything insane. Because I'm just going to do it and post it. And I did.
Well, it's not an emergency. You already talked for 8 hours.
It's a fucking emergency.
If they're all emergencies, aren't they just podcasts?
Yes.
Incorrect. No, they're emergency. A lot of emergencies happen. What can I tell you? Then and then I remember like, oh shit, I got the Slammy Awards tomorrow morning.
Oh my God, dude.
I got to present the Slammy Award. And by the way, to sit there and nothing is lost on me. Like I'm in my, I'm not
It's
even
a dream.
Exactly. Like it's not, I can't even explain. Your body is exhausted, but your brain is just sitting there like, dude, can you believe this? Can you believe this, dude? Isn't this cool? And I'm like, yeah, it's super cool.
I'm glad you know that.
I mean, there's not one part of me. I wouldn't allow myself for a second to not.
To let that be normal.
No.
I hope you don't lose it, though.
I mean, I don't see how it's possible.
Because you're a young man. I'm going to assume that you're going to keep going in this career. So, like, I hope 20 years down the road, it's not like, ugh, I gotta continue to do this.
It's fucking awesome.
I mean, look at that.
Well, I'll tell you, this is where we're going, right? So I wake up the next morning at like, 8 o'clock in the morning. Should have been like 11 o'clock in the morning. Because now it's not a matter of how much sleep did you get last night. Now we're a couple days deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're a couple days into this.
And when you go to the hotel and you go to sleep, like, can you actually sleep? Or are you just like
no, I'm
vibrating
buzzing.
from? Yeah,
I'm fucking buzzing. Yeah. Of course I'm buzzing. But we get down, get to the Slammy Awards. Slammy Awards. Get to the Slammy Awards at like 9:30 in the morning. I get into the green room. We're presenting the OMG Moment of the Year. Megan and I we're presenting the OMG Moment of the Year. Big E and Kathy are hosting it. I said, what am I gonna? I gotta mix it up a little bit. So I went suit, no tie, because it's kind of cool, slammy look.
Yeah, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I'll put the tie on for WrestleMania, so I don't just look like a carbon copy every time you see me on the thing, right? And I'm sitting back there, and I'm in the green room, and it's great to see everybody. All the wrestlers are coming in. Hey, good to see you. Blah, blah, blah. Stone Cold walks in.
Oh boy,
Stone Cold Steve Austin walks in. And I go, and it's just like, and by the way, the whole room shifts because every single, I'm just going to tell you this, every professional wrestler loves Stone Cold. Of course. Like is a fan. They all turn into fans. We all turn into fans when Stone Cold Steve Austin walks into a room because he's still, look at it, he's
the man.
He's still Stone Cold. And he's like the coolest dude ever.
Yeah.
So I see him, I go, you know what, let me go say hi.
Good for you.
That's great.
I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Gotta go say hi.
Because you know he knows who you are.
Right.
There's no reason you wouldn't say hi.
And he's having a conversation with a couple people. I go, one thing I won't do is interrupt.
Sure.
Because they're having their moment. Like, I know this is, like, important to them. I go, I wouldn't want somebody to step into my conversation with Steve. I'm not going to step into somebody else's.
That's nice.
And if he leaves after the conversation, okay. Que sera, sera.
Yeah.
But you do have to be somewhat aggressive because you know he's not going to get a second. You know?
Wait till you hear this.
Okay, good.
And you know I wouldn't lie about this. As that conversation is wrapping up, he looks up, sees me, and puts his hand up and goes, Sam!
Sam!
He initiates and draws in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he likes you.
He likes me. And that's what I'm thinking, oh, my God, he likes me. He still
really,
likes
really
me.
likes me.
He still likes me. Did I see him when I shaved my head? No. He likes me. And he's like, what are you doing, Sam? And I go, oh, Steve, I'm having a great time. He's like, yeah? Hey, were you doing something? I go, yeah, I'm presenting a Slammy Award. Well, when's that happening? It's about to happen. It's happening on the stage right now. Oh, am I winning any? I go, oh, Steve, I don't know if you're nominated. He goes, well, goddamn, Sam, you're presenting. This will work, isn't it? Give me some goddamn Slammies. Send the statues my way. I was like, you know what,
I have
Steve?
no doubt he said everything.
That's exactly how he said it. This will work, kid. I said,
He's the man.
I said, okay, I'll get up there. I'll get you a Slammy. You go, all right. Hey, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. And whatever. We had our moment. It was fantastic.
How great is that?
Fantastic.
And whoever took that picture of you is a solid person.
Megan.
Good for her.
She knew the assignment. I didn't say anything. I was like, I'm going to go say hi to Steve. She's like, you got to go say hi to him. And then she was like, I got him. I got the creeper shots.
That's
solid human being.
You owe her one for that.
Solid human being.
You don't introduce her to Stone?
She was all the way across the room. This is zoomed in.
Okay.
She didn't come over. Otherwise, I would. I would have said, Megan, this is Stone. Stone, this is Megan. And
I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
no, it doesn't. So we present our Slammy Award, and again, I'm doing WrestleMania, so immediately, as soon as I'm done presenting, have to get in an SUV, head back over to WrestleMania. We go with Drew McIntyre. He's wearing a leather kilt. This Drew McIntyre is so fucking big.
Big as the day is long.
Big as the day is long, this guy, and the shoulders on him.
Dude.
He's a big dude. He's like an old school wrestler, big dude.
Mm-hmm.
So we go WrestleMania again, same deal, pre-show, jumping in, doing this, doing that, working with Tess. They say, yeah, we're going to throw Tony Hinchcliffe on with you and Tess for a segment. I go, that's great. Like, I've known Tony forever, and like Tony's a wrestling fan. And Tony and I mean, 10, 12 years ago, Tony did the night show, remember, back in the day? Like, Tony and I have been talking about wrestling forever. So again, like the same thing with Kathy. The idea, and we said something about it before the show, like the idea that the two of us are now sitting here on the WrestleMania pre-show, and for him, Kill Tony has become the monster that it is, and he gets to do this WrestleMania roast. It's just, I mean, it's so fucking cool. So he jumped on and did a segment with us. It was awesome. Did my cool guy clothes, did my interviews, did the WrestleMania recap podcast, all good. Went back to the hotel. Tacos. Went back to the taco spot.
Tacos again?
Yeah. I said
$40
$40
tacos
tacos again. I said I'm going to drop another hundo on these tacos.
Why not just room service?
Well, no, because I figured, first of all, I was buzzing. Wanted to hang with whoever was around.
Oh, you wanted to hang?
Yeah, I did want to hang.
Because
I
it's
thought-
the end of the event, right? So, like, you're wrapping everything up.
No, there's still one more night.
Oh, that's right.
Still one more night.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, we ain't done yet. We ain't done that by a long shot. No.
So much.
No.
It's a
I mean,
lot.
it's great.
Yeah.
And it's great that you're busy every single day.
Yes. Yes.
So much.
Yes. It was very helpful that 6 days was 6 days.
Right.
Like there was, I wasn't sitting there going, we could have done this in 4.
It wasn't like you were going there, you did your podcast on Thursday, you did something on Saturday, then you had to wait around till Monday night.
Exactly right.
You're not going sightseeing.
Exactly right. So
You're not climbing rocks.
No. Again, work trip, not little work, little personal.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm doing.
You're not posing in the deserts of Vegas.
No. So when we did the podcast, by the way, one of the wrestlers that we talked to, Karrion Kross, comes on the podcast. I didn't talk to him at all before he came on. I didn't even know he was coming on. Like, we were literally just grabbing guests as we could. He's the one, I don't know if you saw like the promo that kind of went everywhere. He like walked in and cut this like shoot promo on the podcast.
I didn't see this.
And he was like cursing. He was like, it was great. It was great.
Okay.
And so I wake up Monday morning and it's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, who knows? Maybe we're in trouble. I don't know, because we just kind of put it up, you know? So everybody's talking about this thing. I'm like, that's great. Whatever. You know, I like good buzz, bad. Wait, buzz is buzz. It's great. And I'm like, okay, I got to get up in the morning, go over to WWE World, because Pat McAfee has said, will you come do the show on Monday? I said, yeah, I'll come do the show on Monday, Pat. Of course I'll do the goddamn show on Monday. He's like, cool. We have John Cena and Paul Heyman and then you.
Oh, my God.
I said, yeah, I'll do that show, Pat.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat, I will do that show. So I get there, and again, I'm like sitting there. Hot dog. I got hot dog into the Slammies. That's how Hot Dog took a lot of these photos. Like, I got him into the Pat McAfee thing. I got him into the Slammies, and I go there. Michael Cole's on with us. Got to have a quick little bit of chit chat with John Cena on his way out. Got to spend some time with the wise man Paul Heyman, who had just come from the Tony Hinchcliffe roast, which they did not put on television, and they hid all cell phones for. And Paul Heyman told me what he said on that roast, and I said, thank fucking God that there is not video of this, Paul.
I mean, I heard what he said on McAfee.
I mean, he already got himself in trouble on McAfee.
Can't understand what he would say on Tony.
Bro, it was so funny. I was watching with AJ Hawk, who's like, I mean, AJ Hawk is the greatest dude ever.
Okay.
But we're in the back watching Paul Heyman, and everybody is dying laughing when Heyman drops all his references to news stories of the day.
Like, what is he doing?
So I went and did Pat McAfee's show.
Oh, whoa. Someone is saying you did not get him into the Slammies.
Oh, you know what? No. That is true. We'll get back to it. No, that's 100%. That's 100% right. We'll get back to it.
Okay.
I got him into McAfee. He got himself into the Slammies through his ways. Okay. We will give him credit for that, because there's a couple stories that I'm going to get from Hot Dog in a moment. McAfee's was great. You know, did a toast to WrestleMania. It was fantastic. It was great.
How's John doing?
John Cena's doing well. I mean, I'm not.
I know you're not happy with him.
No, he and I aren't. But I was still nice to him. He seemed like he was doing great. I'm not happy he's ruining wrestling. I hit him with the Tommy Invincible right there. That's what that hand gesture was. I hit him with the Tommy Invincible. So that was great. And then after that, Hot Dog said, we got to go to Raising Cane's, dude. We got to go to Raising Cane's. I really want to go to Raising Cane's.
Relax, dude. You live in New York. You've been there.
I said, okay, let's go to Raising Cane's. We went back to Raising Cane's. We got some Raising Cane's.
Why is Hot Dog so
hard on for Raising Cane's?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, you've been there.
He loves Raising Cane's.
Oh, we're in Vegas. We
gotta go to Raising Cane's.
Like, I understand, like, Sam being like, oh, yeah, I would love to get some Raising Cane's. I eat, like, 3 things.
Right. Yeah.
But Hot Dog eats a ton of shit.
Yeah.
We went to Raising Cane's. Hot Dog had...
This is Sunday?
Now we're at Monday. We're at Monday. We're winding down. Hot Dog had recruited his friend Annie...
Right.
...to come and be his assistant. He loves to have a person.
He loves it.
I said, okay.
He loves delegating.
Yeah.
Loves to delegate.
And I said, it's not coming out of my pocket, but I don't care. Bring 10 people. What difference does it make to me?
It's completely unnecessary.
And then he's like, Annie rented a car. I was like,
okay.
All right. And then so at the end, so I was like, okay, look, I got to get to the T-Mobile Arena. And also I'm leaving Monday or Tuesday morning. I said, I got to pack up these suits. And I'm going to put a bunch of laundry in the box and everything, so I don't have to, buy luggage to check.
Smart.
I go...
ship it home?
I go, yeah, I got to ship all this stuff home. I go, Hot Dog, can Annie drive us to like a UPS store and then drive us to the arena? And he goes, yeah, I'm sure. And he goes, oh, she's not up from the pool yet, blah, blah, blah. I go, Hot Dog, don't even worry about it. Are you cool? Will you send this for me? I go, I can walk to the T-Mobile Arena. It doesn't matter. Can you mail this for me? I'll pay you. I'll tip you. Here's my address. He goes, yeah, fine. I go, come to the room. You're going to have trouble lifting the box, but whatever. Come to the room and get the box. He goes, okay. He gets the box.
Oh, you trust him to do this?
Well, shipping it home is like, whatever.
Can't you just do that from the hotel?
Yeah, but at that point, you can. It's a lot more expensive. Because they always have like hotel fees and stuff.
You're already
like that.
out of pocket for so much.
I'm out of pocket a lot. Yeah. I mean,
you don't feel a lot.
We'll be lucky to break even on this one, guys. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's a good thing I enjoy what I do because, but I was like, I don't know, ship it however you're going to ship it, but I'll pay for it and I'll whatever, give you money as well, obviously. So he goes, okay. And then I went to Monday Night Raw. It was great. Did the podcast. It was great. And, the next morning went home. Mm-hmm. Now, I'd like to bring Hot Dog in. Hot Dog, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. So firstly, I want to give him some credit because he is right. I forgot about this. But at the Slammies, he was like, I didn't say I need you to come take pictures. I said it'd be great if you came take pictures. But like, I don't have a credential for you for the Slammies. So we can try. I can ask around, but I cannot promise you that I will get you in. He goes, okay, well, I'm going to go, and you tell me, because I said, it's okay if you don't want to, he said, I'm going to go, and I'll bet we can finesse it. I said, okay, we'll try to finesse it. And he's like, okay, can you come get me? I was like, I can try to come get you, but I really couldn't because now you're talking about a live show that is moving as we go. And can you imagine if they go, we need Sam to present this award, and I'm like, I'm going to get Hot Dog in right now. I'm not in the green room waiting for you. Or like, oh, you missed Steve Austin. He was here. But like, I'm like, I can't get out right now. I was like poking around for a producer, but all these producers are busy. It's a live show happening. So I'm not going to take anybody who's actually at work and inconvenience them to get, my guy in taking pictures. And so, like, I'm giving Hot Dog updates, but I'm like, I don't know, man, it's not looking good. And Hot Dog is going, okay, well, I'm at the gate right now, and I'm talking to this security guard, and I got my big camera. Hopefully that helps. And he goes, I'm talking to that security guard, and he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I'm going one security guard at a time, trying to finesse and charm them. But it's looking rough. I've got a couple of them, but a couple of them, I don't know. And I go, okay. I go, seriously, like, if it's, like, this isn't one of those things where I'll be like, what the fuck, where were you? Because I haven't gotten you in. Like
no, but he wants to be in there.
He wants to be in there.
He wants to take pictures and he wants to tag the people that are in the pictures.
And let's be honest. He could care.
I remember what happened last year.
He can give two shits if he gets one picture of me. He's trying to get on Kathy Kelly's Instagram.
Yep, because that's what happened last year.
And I mean, of course.
Oh, stop.
Of course.
Oh, stop.
Kathy, if you need anything else, of course he's trying to. And look.
You want to collab?
I get it. I get it.
Sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying I see it too.
Yeah, this is what's happening.
Right.
It was nice. It was nice to get that courtesy.
So he's been down. Poor guy, poor Hot Dog, has been down there for like 40 minutes, and he's like, you know.
And when I got there, I told the guy, hey, I don't have a press box, but I have talent coming down in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, he's going to come in. He's going to get me. Everything's going to be okay. And they were like,
he's
okay,
going to be so mad if I'm not in.
Right. But no talent came down to get him.
No.
It's been 40 minutes now. And Hot Dog, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. And Hot Dog goes, okay, you know what? Should I just bounce? And I go, yeah, dude, I'm not going to be able to get out of here. I appreciate it. But yeah, I think, and I'd gotten him WrestleMania tickets for later in the day. So, it's like, just come enjoy WrestleMania. It'll be all good. And he goes, okay. And then like 10 minutes later, I just get a Breaking Bad meme. And it's of Walter White. And it says under it, I won. And Hot Dog is in.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, good for you.
I charmed them. I got into a whole convention for free. I could have been lying my ass off. I got right to where the WWE photographers were taking shots of you guys. I won.
You won. No, 100% you won.
Did you charm them or did you sneak in? Be honest.
No, because there was no way to sneak in.
Okay.
Like there were like three people with eyes on me.
Even when I brought him in,
watch out for that little guy.
even when I brought him in to do the McAfee thing, like I had to give very like I'm in a rush energy, and trust me, you don't want to upset me.
Okay.
To even like get him in with me with
Security
with my pass.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? It was a very well organized event.
As I would expect it.
Yes. But yes,
and there's two areas to get through. There's like the main door that you have to get through with a pass, and then there's like the front of the convention inside.
Yes.
So even if I sneaked into the first one, I still wouldn't be able to get to the second one.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But he got in.
Good for you.
He got in. It was all good. Hot Dog got to go to WrestleMania, had the time of his life. You know, by the way, brought Annie 2 tickets to WrestleMania.
Wow.
You know, okay.
You hooked that up?
Come on. And I didn't even tell him like whether it was happening or not. He just like Saturday, boom, hit him with the link. And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Bro."
Before that, I told Andy, I was like, how much are you willing to spend for tickets tomorrow? Because I'm going. So like, what's the budget?
And then boom, link shows up, and you're like, wow, that's all profit.
Yes!
And then Hot Dog was feeling good, right? He goes. Now we get to Monday, and he goes, so you need me to send that box to UPS? I was like, yeah, do you mind? He goes, no, not at all. I go, you're the man, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. He goes, yeah. And he goes, and you're not doing anything after Raw? I go, no, nothing after Raw. Matter of fact, you know what I did after Raw? Tacos.
Nice.
Got tacos after Raw.
Oh, my God.
That's a lot of tacos, but okay.
Well, I didn't want to leave the hotel.
They had to be good tacos.
They were good.
You got it like that.
They were good. I didn't want to leave the hotel. And he goes, and you don't need me at Raw or anything like that, right? I go, no, I don't need you at Raw. You're good. And he goes, so after I go to UPS, I'm done. And I go, yes. And he goes, so I can go get fucked up. Did you say that or did you not say that, Hot Dog?
I did say that. I asked permission. I said, Sam, can I get fucked up?
You know what? That's very responsible.
Smart,
You ask the boss, is it okay if I get fucked up? Because if I have a drink, I'm going to have 10.
And I said, absolutely. Right. And I said, we're on different flights. We didn't book travel together. So it's not like, I'm going to have an Uber. I'm going to be waiting. Like once you text me that box is sent,
you're off the clock.
You do whatever you want. Like you could live or die as far as I'm concerned. I don't care. And yeah, so Hot Dog did follow through with what he said. I know because at after Raw, which it was West Coast time, so it was probably like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I was already like getting like texts that were not like, they weren't messy texts, but they were just like annoying, overly friendly texts. Like,
I love you, man.
No, it's just like,
this weekend was so great.
So lucky to have you as a friend.
Oh.
It was more just like there was an inside joke going on between Hot Dog and Annie, and like I was getting texts about it. I stopped responding. I wasn't.
No, good for you.
I wasn't, because I was like, he's fucking drunk and idiotic. I was like, I'm not responding to this.
Stupid.
I don't. Yeah.
Well, he had a couple of days off.
He's showing that
this was day one.
It's prickly and it's near his balls.
Yeah, this was. I guess
was Saturday.
Right. So Saturday I was so busy, I didn't realize. I mean, Saturday when I was like fucking nuts busy, I did not realize he was going to be nuts to cacti. Seeing the sights, but I mean, he was free to. I wasn't mad about it. He is the type that likes a little personal, little work.
I'm not mad about it either. Go ahead.
Oh, I was a little bit worried that Sam was going to see those photos as he's running around at WrestleMania and just be like, "What the fuck? Why is he?"
No, you got nothing to do.
Like,
this is fine.
Yeah, one thing I won't do.
I just think that the photo choices are interesting.
Yeah, one thing I won't do is I'm not going to take my First of all, I am blessed to be busy. You know what I mean? It's like the greatest. I would take 5 more jobs on Saturday if they would give them to me. It's the greatest thing in the world. And secondly, like, unless I was counting on you for something or needed you for something, and then you weren't there for it, then I'd be like, you're riding a fucking roller coaster in Las Vegas, and I need you for this. What are you doing?
Yeah, spend your time.
But if it's like, no, it's Saturday, and I'm busy beyond belief doing all this stuff, but there's nothing.
It's just the dumbest.
I don't need you here. You can go jump up and down on the Red Rocks all the live long day. I don't care.
It just seems like the big.
It was a great day. Yeah,
I mean, it looks like
the Red Rock.
It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Here, Annie, take my phone. I'm going to jump. You catch
I'm
me
gonna
midair.
I'm gonna pretend I'm falling. Oh.
You guys just hate happiness.
No,
I love happiness. I'm really happy right now.
I love happiness. If I had that kind of time, you know what I'd do? I'd spend about 6 hours in that taco place. But you like happiness a little too much, because you did follow through with your promise from what I heard. Also, Hot Dog, I decided to take an 11 a.m. flight out of Vegas on Tuesday morning, because I was like, you know what? Let me not go. Like, I don't want to take a red eye. No. I don't want to have to get up first thing in the like.
That's smart. That's the move.
Be a little more human about it, because it's going to be a fucking crazy time out there. I go, Hot Dog, when's your flight? 6 a.m.
Oh.
I go, what are you doing? Why would you book a 6 a.m. flight?
Did you have to work on Tuesday, Hot Dog?
I did.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, so he has to get to work. I get that.
Get to work? He's not going to get there till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
But at least he gets there.
6 a.m. West Coast.
It's 9 a.m.
4 or 5 hour flight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably be there like early afternoon.
And 9.
I think I would have gotten in at 4. I did end up telling my boss, hey, I don't think tomorrow's going to work out. Okay, I'm just going to call out. So
Especially
that was
booking a
fine
6
on my
o'clock
end.
flight the day after you plan on getting fucked up.
He didn't. I don't know if he knew he was going to get fucked up when he booked that.
Oh, okay.
Did you plan on getting fucked up on the last night from the beginning, or did you just realize you had a free night? I could get fucked up.
I realized I had a free night. I said, you know what? It's been 5 nights in Vegas. I haven't gotten fucked up.
Yeah, I got a free night. I'm in my mid-30s.
You're mid.
I'm going to go get fucked up with my friend.
You don't get fucked up anymore.
In Vegas, you do.
Yeah, and it's like you got to unwind. He put in his work,
Well,
Fuck it.
I mean, he jumped the Red Rocks and rode a roller coaster and got tickets to WrestleMania. Let's unwind after all this.
But you put him through
And
hell
Cirque du
on
Soleil.
Friday.
Thursday.
Thursday. This is like
It's now Monday. And he had one of the greatest
I can't even
weekends
count the
ever.
amount of hours it's been.
You kidding me? Hot Dog.
I did some work for Rosenberg, too.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, he's a very demanding boss. Yes.
No, very, very chill.
Okay, so I mean, I would imagine it was actually a fairly incredible trip for you. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
well, I loved what the experiences. I didn't love Vegas like that.
No.
Vegas
I don't love the city either. Yeah.
I've never been.
No, yeah.
You go there for like 2 days, and you're like, I'm good. I've seen it. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah.
That's how I felt too. But so
it's just the way. It's like what Sam was saying. It's like you got everything's super expensive at these hotels.
These
you
tacos.
You can't walk anywhere.
These tacos.
These tacos.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
They will eat you out of house and home.
You guys didn't take the Honora photo.
I didn't even get to Fremont Street. I didn't even
Well, yeah,
see
you were
it.
busy.
Yeah, I was busy. I didn't do anything. Hot Dog, on the other hand.
Has all the time in the world.
What have I told you? Troy, when was the last time...
What is this, a 30 for 30?
When was the last time you got so fucked up that you missed a flight?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Hot Dog.
Yeah.
Hot Dog, what happened on Tuesday?
I was fucked up, so I missed my flight.
How much? By how much?
I woke up. My flight was at 6:20. I woke up like at 6:50.
He woke
the text
up.
came
So
in
it's
at,
in the air.
The text came in at 6:50.
the plane was in the air when Hot Dog woke up. Fuck.
Did it set an alarm?
Did you set an alarm?
I'm sure I did. Because I'm usually pretty good at setting alarms before I get fucked up. Like I go, okay,
He's good
this
at
is
that.
the mission tonight.
And I'm
Yeah,
assuming
so let me
Annie
set at
got
least
completely
3.
fucked up with you too, right?
Not nearly as fucked up as I did.
And
but
she didn't
yeah,
set
she
an
did.
alarm and be like, okay, like we need to put our heads together to make sure we can get there on time.
Let's combine our brain power.
Well, no, her flight was at 11.
Yeah, but she could have had your back a little bit.
Yeah,
Why? You're two
could have,
grown-ups. Just figure it out yourself.
I can't
but-
imagine.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
Can I read the text?
Yes.
Yeah, that's okay, Hot Dog?
Yes.
Okay. 8 o'clock Monday night. I'm at a MAGA bar right now, and I love it.
That's awesome.
That was 8 o'clock.
What exactly is a MAGA bar?
I don't know. I don't know what a mega bar is.
6:50 the next morning. Just woke up, puke next to the side of my bed, and I missed my flight.
Oh my God, Hot Dog. Hot Dog, what is going on?
There was throw up next to your bed. Oh my God! You know what I just
Yeah.
realized? I got him the booking at the hotel.
That's in your name.
What the fuck?
There's going to be a cleaning fee.
That is in your name. You had to check him in.
Oh, but by the way, genius Hot Dog over here, he insisted that he wanted the credit card points. So he said, book the hotel with my credit card.
Oh, good.
And you could pay me back. Good for you, Hot Dog. Good for you. Good for you. We'll see what you get.
I mean, I clean up after myself. I got
they're
a
gonna have
towel
to-
and I wipe that whole thing
They
off.
gotta like,
Yeah, they got to steam
what?
that.
Yeah, steam.
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Of course they will, but it's not like
a puddle
it's not
of
like I
vomit.
left the puke there.
I'm sure he's not the
Yeah,
first
yeah,
person
no,
to vomit in
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 Vegas?
No.
No.
No, and I doused that spot with like my cologne, like.
Oh, yeah, that was
Oh,
yeah.
God.
It's like the stupidest thing you can do.
That's how he cleans his apartment.
No. Nobody puked here. It smells like cologne.
No. That's just cool water.
Why does it smell like a Dominican in here?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I can guarantee nobody vomited in that puddle that smells like Abercrombie and Fitch.
Why does it smell like
It's to help out, you know. Obviously, they're gonna have to clean it up.
You think the next guests call down? They're like, "Yeah, my room smells Dominican."
Hey, I have a headache. My room smells like a taxi. Yeah, I doused it with cologne and put 2 air fresheners on top of it.
It was to help them out.
That's not
So they
how.
wouldn't have to
That
smell it
doesn't
at
help.
least.
That doesn't help. You leave them a note. That helps. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I vomited here.
Really sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Here's a tip.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
you leave money? Like, I know that because I was there for 6 days. Obviously, the room was a mess when I left. There's garbage and stuff, so I left money behind, so that I left cash in the room, so that the cleaning people were like, okay, you know, it's kind of annoying that
This
he
guy's
was.
a pig, but at least he's kind.
Yeah, and it wasn't vomit. It was like,
Rappers.
there
just
was
trash.
a plastic bag or something.
Somebody lived here for 6 days.
That's right.
I did clean after myself.
Did you leave a tip?
Picked up all our guards. No, I know.
What a
I didn't know that.
What a scumbag!
That's a scumbag move.
What a scumbag!
I didn't even think of it. I've never tipped at a hotel before.
Well, if you leave the room, you don't have
You were
to
there for 5 days.
every single time. But yeah, if you were there for days and you leave it specifically messy,
With vomit.
Yeah.
nonetheless.
if I'm in a
leave a
hotel overnight, one night, and really it's just the bed's not made, but pretty much everything's the same, big deal. That's fine.
I'm fine with that.
But if it's
Man,
days,
I just thought about something too.
What?
pubes.
No, Annie did clog the toilet before we left.
Oh my God.
What the fuck,
What is
dude?
going on with you guys?
Okay, this is the last time.
She like by poo. She put too much poo in it.
No, it's a
I don't know if
lady
she like
stuff.
too much toilet paper. Did she put something down there she
Yeah.
shouldn't have? It's poo. She pooed too much.
She shitted up the toilet.
No, I think it might have been like a tampon or
She's
something.
She's flushing tamps in the hotel. Hot Dog, I can't put you in the same hotel.
I don't know.
Hot Dog, you gotta get your own hotels from now on. I can't put you in the same hotel.
Well, my
as me.
card was on it, so you're good.
Yeah, but what if they're like, hey, WWE, there was one room that was a disaster.
Yeah.
It was,
be
not,
like,
it
oh.
was not a disaster.
What are you talking about? The toilet was full of tamps and there was dried vomit on the side of the bed.
Then cologne sprayed to cover it up.
They said all the water. They said all the water in the toilet got absorbed right up because all the tamps that were in there.
But we clean after like ourselves with garbage and all that stuff.
Oh,
it's
good.
not like it's not like
So no
they,
tip
yes, they're
necessary.
going to come across.
Good, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
Those poor cleaning.
I know,
ladies.
right?
Oh, it's my heart breaks
Right.
for them.
And then what time? How did you get another flight? I mean, obviously you got home, but Or are you still calling from Vegas?
Well, I called my JetBlue friend, and I was like, hey, I just missed my flight, but are they going to charge me if I get to the airport and need to, move to the next one? And she was like, no, it should be fine. And it was fine. I got there. I wasn't sweating it. Got there same time as Annie.
I'm sure there's a flight.
Yeah,
they charged
me an extra $75.
Sure, because you had to make a change.
And then, so what'd you get on the 11 a.m.?
Yeah, like 11 a.m. Yeah, it was 11 a.m. And then the lady was like,
I'm so glad I didn't. So glad I didn't run into you at the airport. I would have been annoyed.
Like, what do you?
Why?
Because you just falling apart at the end. It's like I don't want anything.
You give him one night.
You know what I mean?
One night.
It's like when I gave him 20 minutes to put me in the barrel, and he's like, "Oh, why don't I leave my $10,000 camera in this Uber?
Watch how I fuck this up."
And you know what I told him?
Yeah.
I told him to his face. I said, "I want you to know that you think you got this salary. You think that you're an adult. You think that there are people at your shoot job that work under you that listen to you, and I want you to know you haven't changed. You're the same person. You're still a hot dog, and you always will be." Didn't I say that to you?
You did. And I did live up to that by the end of the trip.
Yeah, and maybe it's me. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I just bring it out in you. You know what I think it is?
But
I think it's because other people allow you to finesse them, and I hold you accountable. And and I'm the only one. I'm the only one that actually holds you accountable.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I was responsible in my getting fucked upness, so I didn't feel bad.
You threw up in the hotel room and missed your flight.
But he didn't fuck up any plans with you.
That's true. No, that's true. Okay. No, that's fair. That's why I'm not mad. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I think you're an annoying person, but I'm not mad at you.
And he's loyal.
I blacked out. Annie said she had to put me in the cab and then drag me up to the floor.
What a fucking rookie.
What's going on?
You're in your mid-30s.
When do you grow up out of this?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Can't handle one night in Vegas?
Troy, can you imagine how humiliated you would be if at this stage in your life they were like, "Yeah, you blacked out last night"?
I mean, this is sad. I mean, I understand the party mentality.
It's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Come on, what are we doing?
Right, I understand it. But it's just going that full throttle, in your 30s, it's like, what are you doing, man?
The minute you get the okay.
Okay. It's like, gotta go, drink. What were you drinking by? What'd you get fucked up on?
Margaritas?
Well, we found a cheap. Well, when we dropped off
here we go.
the box for Sam, we were at a strip mall, maybe 30 minutes away from all the craziness.
Okay.
And everything there was dirt cheap. So we
was
went
this the
to
MAGA bar?
Yeah. There's the lady was talking up, the bartender who was talking us up started saying that Fauci was in prison in Venezuela somewhere, killing all those people.
So it was just a lot of MAGA.
That's awesome.
It was just a lot of Trump supporters. It wasn't an actually official MAGA bar.
Because they've got those.
No. It was just a lot of Trump talk.
Okay.
And just me and Annie politely nodding and going, "Wow, that's crazy." I didn't know you
really they're starting to make a lot of sense.
Huh.
Wow.
Yeah. So we found two so we go to this bar. She goes, "Hey, there's a Chinese strip across the street that's also dirt cheap." And we're like, "Fucking yes, let's go." And it was just beers and shots of tequila.
Oh, yeah, of course.
By the way, I forgot to, when we went to that T-shirt pop-up, I went with my friend who I went to Hooters with, and we were like, "Okay, let's get out of here. Let's tell Hot Dog we're going." And we were like, "Where is Hot Dog?" And we saw Hot Dog at the bar ordering a coffee margarita.
An espresso martini.
And we were like, "Oh my God, he's ordering an espresso martini."
Oh my God,
Hot Dog really is that guy. Thought I'd get you a little buzz.
Grow up.
Well, because me and Annie are not good positive influence towards each other. So the second she goes
Annie's
"Want to get a drink?" I'm like,
"Yeah, you're
right. Yeah, she's another one.
You're lunatics."
So I'm like,
He's clogging the toilet with.
"Yeah, I'm not going to say no."
Was she
She's
drinking
a manager.
at all?
She's like a manager. Huh?
Was she drinking? Was that the only night she drank too, or was she drinking other nights?
Well, she was spending a lot of time like at the pool, like trying to flirt with some of the guys at the hotels and stuff like that. So she was
That's why when I was like, "Can you just give me a ride to UPS? I'll send the box." And he was like, "Annie's flirting by the pool." I said, "You know what? Just take the box. Will you just take the box and send it?" And he was like, "Yeah. That makes a lot more sense." I was like, "Okay, all right, whatever." Like, just. I just want it out of my hair.
Yeah, she was trying to hook up that night when we got back on Monday, and then she had to tell the guy I can't because I gotta somehow carry my friend up, to his lobby.
I
and
wish I could.
I mean, also, like, would you like to come back to my room? Don't mind Hot Dog. He's also staying in this room.
Also, don't go in the bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom.
The shitter's clogged.
The shitter's clogged, but don't worry, it's not shit. It's tampons.
How's she planning on hooking up?
I don't even. You know what I mean? The further you go down this road, the worse it gets. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the guy had a room that she could have gone to.
I'm sure. I'm positive.
Yeah, but she had to carry you to hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was tired by the time it was done.
But you had a great time, Hot Dog?
I mean, I also lost my luggage on the way back to the city.
Well, hey, Hot Dog, good thing you checked all those bags, huh?
Yeah. I got one, which is the clothes, and then the other one, which is the tripods, which I stuffed all my tripods in one bag, so it's all my tripods.
Wait, you checked 2 bags and they somehow just lost 1?
They lost 1, yeah.
Oh my God! What the hell? Like, how does that happen?
I think because the tripod bag was like oversized luggage, so I have no idea if they handle it differently. So I was like, I got my first check bag at the carousel, and then I'm waiting like 30 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like the carousel stops moving. I go to the oversized luggage.
Troy, you've been there, right?
Many times.
All the way till the end.
You wait. Everybody's cleared out. Everybody from the flight is gone,
and you're just alone.
And you're like, I hope one more bag comes out.
I'm sure there's one more.
Because I mean, I start to get worried when like there's a pause because they're changing like the trucks or whatever. And it's like, okay, we know there's more bags coming. There's still so many people waiting, but I start to get worried then.
Yeah.
You know what I do at the carousel?
Nothing, because you just.
That's right. I don't
walk out.
Trust
I don't
walk right past.
I go. I don't know what.
Well,
those, I go. What are those things for?
When I travel by myself, I'm the same way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I needed to bring all these lights and gimbals and
nobody asked you to bring lights. Nobody asked you to bring lights and gimbals.
So where does the AirTag say the bag is?
I don't have an AirTag on those bags.
Do you think he learns?
No, of course he does not. No, he never does. That's why there's never one story that doesn't end with him being a disaster.
It's crazy.
Never has one person learned so many lessons.
I mean, because that's what he does. He learns one lesson. He does learn.
You said.
He learns one lesson, but it only applies to that exact scenario. He doesn't like go, okay, and also since that's a problem, this will be a problem. Hot Dog never makes the same mistake twice, but will make every mistake once. It's amazing.
I mean, I know I'm pretty patient when it comes to like mishaps and whatnot. So
because you do them all the time. If you were impatient about mishaps, you would have a miserable life.
Right? Yeah. So I can't get mad for other people's mishaps. Too bad. So I'm kind of like pacing between my carousel and there's like an oversized luggage area, and I'm telling the guy, hey, it's been a couple minutes, almost everyone's gone, and my tripod luggage is in here, and he's just like. You got to wait until it comes. I'm like, all right. So then
okay.
Well, they can still. You don't get the ticket useful. Like when you have a ticket where you're like, you put it on your bag and then you have a QR code or something.
Usually, it just shows up on the app. Like, here's your bag. Like, your bags are
exactly.
Here,
Yes. And you didn't have that tag to be like, we scan this to see where my bag is.
Well, when maybe I would have normally had it, but because I had to switch my flights, I had to get everything on paper. So I only had the paper receipts for like my flight and my luggage.
Well, you put your luggage. They put a tag on it when you were in Vegas.
True. Yeah,
and you get a receipt.
Yeah, you get a receipt for that, and then you can scan that receipt and you can see where your luggage is.
I didn't have any receipt that had a scanner.
Like a
maybe
barcode?
It's QR code? It's possible that it's just like a sticker that has his name. And
you break off. There's like a perforated tab, and you say, "I keep this part, and then I put this part on my bag."
I'm literally looking. I have it on my hand.
He's right. It's not always like that.
So, do you have the bag back?
Nope. So I was more annoyed that I had to wait like an hour and a half to get you should fill out this form. Like if they would have just said that within half an hour, I would have been like, okay, whatever. Because either way, it's not like a thing that I can't replace. Like if you guys lose it, you guys are gonna have to pay for my tripod. But I was just so exhausted.
Right. Benny in Wisconsin has a question for Hot Dog. What's up, Benny?
Salutations, boys and dipshit. Hey, Hot Dog. The public wants to know, who's this Annie? What's she look like? Did you bone her?
Nice.
Well, the boys all know Annie for years. She used to intern. She interned for Opie and Jim, so we interned together. That's how we met.
Yeah, she's Hot Dog's female travel companion that confuses a lot of people as to their relationship. They share a hotel room, oftentimes a bed, and he says that they're just buds, like regular buds. Sometimes they cuddle, but they're just buds.
Sometimes cuddled up, yes.
Oh, so kind of like Cheyenne Marte's cuckold vacation.
You remember that one? You remember that one? Okay,
got it.
She's my best friend.
Oh,
you cuddle with someone.
Well, still fuck her.
Did you boner? Thank you, Ben.
No,
very classy.
I have a girlfriend. Yes.
Very, very classy. I have a girlfriend. You don't know her.
Yeah. She lives in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
All right. Well, thank you, Hot Dog, for the update.
Good luck with your bag.
Good luck with your tripods.
Yeah.
Let's just make sure.
Call them right now.
Let's make sure we get the tripods before SummerSlam. Okay.
You got it, boss.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Bye. Let's go to Paul in Chicago. What's up, Paul?
Hey, what's up, Sam?
What's up, dude?
I wanted to give you a call because I know you get a lot of shit on this show. Long-time wrestling fan, born in '82. My kids are into it, just like you. I got to say, people don't understand the amount of coverage that this thing gets. It is so easy to screw this thing up and make it sound cheesy and make it sound forced. You don't do any of that. I mean, you're an absolute fan. It comes through. And I know it's a job, but you in no way look forced, like you have talking points, anything like that, and it's enjoyable. The amount of things I've seen you on this weekend, there hasn't been one thing that you've been lackluster. You always are excited. You always ask a great question. You always anticipate the answer. And then whether you realize it or not yet, which I'm sure you do, that Karrion Kross clip has gone so viral. I think it's going to shoot him to the moon, and you're going to get the credit for that because it was your show. And then lastly, just from sitting on this call, as great as you think, as great as I think you're doing, boy, do I think you go so much further without Hot Dog being tagged along with you. I just, at this point, you may have had a tag team match at WrestleMania if Hot Dog wasn't driving you down. I just think he's holding you back, man.
Well, thank you for all of that, Paul. I appreciate everything that you said. Thank you.
All right, man. Keep it up.
Later. Matt in Queensbury.
Hey, what's up, guys? I was just wondering if every day at 11, if Travis says to Sam, am I all done here? Is it okay if I get fucked up?
He does. He goes like this. He goes like, that was the last break, right? And I go, yes. And he goes, you're not doing any more show today, right? I go, no more show today. And then he goes, so can I go get fucked up?
That's what I figured, that drunkard. Have a good one, guys.
Later.
Every day.
Every day. Kevin in New Hampshire. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, I just want to know what the over-under is on Hot Dog's bag still sitting in the hotel in Vegas.
I would say probably strong.
I would bet on that.
To quite strong.
Yeah,
I think so. I think that very likely that it never left Vegas. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, do you think he even has like his name and address and phone number on it?
I guarantee you he does not.
So that bag could be gone forever.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Especially after he just lost his camera.
Does he learn though?
No.
Well, he'll learn this lesson.
He'll learn specifically
not to leave the camera in the trunk of an Uber.
Yep. But the camera specifically.
He will lose that in some way.
No, I'm saying like he will leave something else in the Uber. But it won't be the camera.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see?
Yeah. It's his luggage. It's like clothing.
He'll lose the luggage and he'll go like, I will make sure I remember to put an AirPod in the tripod bag.
Right.
And it's like, well, what about the other bag? No, I just put it in the tripod bag.
I haven't lost that other one yet.
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, that one seems fine. It doesn't get lost. All right. So that was where I've been the last 6 days. Let's take some more calls. We got to take a break. Travis is getting very, very stressed out. We still have a lot to cover. Stay right there. We'll be back with more Sam Roberts Show.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
God for Travis being like, we got a break.
You think he did that
Troy's the MVP of that segment.
Do you think he did that for you?
No,
but it was helpful.
You think Troy really did? You think Troy did? Who do you think did the most work?
Troy.
In that previous segment.
Troy's bladder. Yeah? Troy's insides.
I was hanging out by a thread.
Yeah, because he's not shy about leaving mid-show.
That's very respectful. I appreciate you doing that.
But it also was a great going through the recap, so I didn't want to miss any.
No, you really. What the heck is going on?
I had some popcorn. It's in the wrong.
I had some popcorn.
It went down the wrong tube.
10:19 in the morning.
By the way, yeah, it's the most idiotic excuse. I understand it, but it's just so moronic to have to say, I had some popcorn. You have to excuse me.
Popcorn is an evening snack or at the movies.
Well,
I was going to see the Minecraft movie, and it was just raining on me.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good job, Troy.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
You killed that, dude.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
You take the rest of the week off.
Yep.
Oh, great.
There are more kids sneaking chickens into Minecraft still. I was wondering, because, like, unfortunately, the only unfortunate thing about, you say WrestleMania weekend, it's a 6-day weekend, it's a week. The only unfortunate thing about it is I do end up, try as I might, fairly disconnected from the outside of WWE world, and I'm not generally, day to day, I'm a little bit more connected to WWE world than I am to regular world, but WrestleMania week, nothing exists. Time and space doesn't exist anymore. So I was wondering if Minecraft movie would be able to keep up the role, and that the terror attack that's going on movie theater workers everywhere would continue. And luckily, it is continuing. This is horrible animal cruelty, it seems like. I feel really bad for the chickens involved, but some more bros snuck a chicken into a movie theater. There's a chicken. They've got streamer cannons.
Poor chicken.
It's loud.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah, it's rough for the chicken. Some of the comments say the poor chicken. This is the third time I've seen a chicken. How did you even get the chicken in there? Is Minecraft movie still doing good box office?
That's a good question. I know Sinners did great this weekend.
Sinners is the new one that's getting a ton of buzz. Yeah, that was probably the one thing outside of wrestling that I heard about this weekend. There were enough people talking about how great Sinners is that I definitely want to go see it.
Let's see.
Because everybody's saying it.
Sinners was number 1, Minecraft was 2.
How much did it, let's see.
5.6 million.
And that's its third
weekend? Third or fourth?
And it wasn't a big weekend at all.
No.
Okay, so it's grossed. There it is, a Minecraft movie. Last weekend it made 40?
I guess, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. No, it's made
$700 million. It's made $723 million. Are we getting a Minecraft cinematic universe?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Jack Black is back again.
Isn't it crazy?
He has so many, he never really goes away.
No.
But there are, lulls. And that's when he'll do maybe a tour with the D, or whatever. He'll do something that feels a little bit more like a passion project. He was, for Jack Black, would you say, was School of Rock really the first thing that launched him into he's a fairly A-list.
Yes.
I don't want to say leading man like George Clooney, but leading man guy.
Well, he was a leading comedy man.
Right.
Because there was School of Rock, there was Shallow Hal.
Right.
There was Nacho
Libre.
Yeah. I think, without looking, I would put
because he did
School of Rock.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because High Fidelity was 2000, but he was just a...
Shout out to Schneebly, by the way.
Well, yeah.
He does good stuff.
No, he does.
Yeah, because it was like he was doing Tenacious D, and it was like, High Fidelity.
Saving Silverman was 2001.
Saving Silverman is so sick.
Then Shallow Hal. So you know what? I don't think it was School of Rock, because School of Rock was 2003. I mean, Saving Silverman's 2001, Shallow Hal's 2001.
So he was already on the upswing.
Yeah. Then School of Rock.
School of Rock launched him into a different stratosphere.
But
he was already on the upswing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then maybe post School of Rock, little lull.
King Kong.
Right. That was when he did like King Kong and stuff like that. Nacho Libre was kind of probably towards the end of that run.
Yeah, definitely.
And then he's doing. But Kung Fu Panda was bumped him up a bunch, I think.
Voiceover role still, but
but he was the lead.
Yes.
Kung Fu Panda into Tropic Thunder, 2008 was big. I would say 2008 is another upswing. Then it starts to dip down a little again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because Bernie wasn't, he was, that was.
I mean, it's been
the lull. This is the post Kung Fu Panda lull that we've been on. I mean, it works nonstop, but in terms of being like that massive.
Gersperms.
Omer Gerd.
Yeah.
In terms of being that massive, like, let's put him on the poster and people will come.
No, he's like maintained. And then Jumanji, 2017.
Jumanji was a big one. Yeah.
But it was a long time.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
And then this has
now he's back.
And I feel like it was like Jumanji. Then a couple years later, it was Mario. That was huge.
Right.
Him playing Bowser was big for him. And then this is just a different, like, this is one of those roles, especially this deep into Jack Black's career, where it's like he's done everything that you could want to do, right? You know what I mean? He
can't do more in his
space.
Genre.
Yeah, right. So the fact that you find like Minecraft movie where it's like now you just get to be the star of this thing and make a ton of money.
I think it's great that there's multiple generations that know him.
Yeah, I like that.
From different projects. Like, that's always incredible when somebody's able to do that.
Right, that you and I would honestly say we think of High Fidelity and School of Rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Whereas, like, my kids are like Jack Black rules from Minecraft and Mario.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's awesome.
I wonder if they're going to try to get some kind of, like, since he's the title, he's kind of the, I mean, it's not actually in the title, but Steve is a titular character, I would say.
Yeah.
I wonder if his people are going to try to get him like an EP credit on it, so that way he makes money off of every Minecraft movie they make, whether there's a Steve or not. It's so funny, because when that trailer came out, people shat all over it.
What are you going to do? It's a Minecraft movie. How is that possibly going to be good?
They shat on it. They said even the people who like the game said that's not what Jack Black as Steve sucks. Like everybody, and they just somehow, and they're going to try to repeat it, but they won't be able to repeat it because nobody knows exactly what the formula is. Mm-hmm. But it just turned into magic.
Yeah.
You know who I'm happy for?
Who's that?
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, he could use one.
Jason, because he's the shit.
He could use a win.
Jason Momoa rules hard. Mainly because he looks like Roman Reigns.
Okay.
that's my take.
I didn't know that's what we were basing how much we like people on.
Yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, he's had a rough go.
You think so?
Sure,
I mean,
because
worked.
like, Aquaman was supposed to be.
That's what you're right.
Aquaman 2 got all fucked up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. They fucked him up. Mm-hmm. He was supposed to be a big star after Aquaman.
Yeah.
That's why I love him so much too. Fast X.
Okay. Yeah.
When are they making the second Fast X already? Fast X 1 ended on a cliffhanger. What the fuck happened to the other Fast X?
Fast X Part 2 is in pre-production. So Yeah. Vin Diesel's busy.
Doing what?
Eating well.
Okay. I have a friend that would like that joke. I mean, come on, guys. How they literally ended on a cliffhanger. You got Rock was the cliffhanger. You're telling me Rock, Cena, Vin Diesel, Fast X Part 2 is like on paper ready to be one of the greatest movies of all time.
It's supposed to come out next year.
2026?
That's next year.
Okay, I just did the math in my head real quick.
You're really good.
I did 25 plus 1. 2026, I mean...
Vin Diesel begs Universal, this was last week, to unveil the next Fast and Furious movie's release date.
Well, I beg you, Vin Diesel, to just make the goddamn movie.
Yeah, just do it.
Isn't it up to you?
Yeah.
It's family, right? After all. My favorite scene in Fast X Part 1 was when they're trying to like have a reflective moment, and Vin Diesel's in his garage. You know, because for the last like 3 Fast and the Furious movies, they kind of get to a point where they're going to end it, and then they have to get back into business, maybe.
Yeah, it's a formula.
And it's the best. It's my favorite formula. It's like, it's so good. Fast and the Furious for me is like Chili's. Like, it's like you know exactly what you're going to get. It's going to be the best thing ever. And it rules hard.
It's comfort food.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I love it. But like, he's in his garage, and like whoever was in there with him is reflecting on the old days, and then I'm sure they're playing "It's Been a Long Day," and they start panning through the garage, and he's got photos of the old days all over his garage.
Oh boy!
But all the photos are screen grabs from the films. And I'm like, who's taking the photos? I'm like, who took these photos? Everybody that we know is in the photos. They're clearly screen grabs from the movie so that we remember them. But who in the cinematic universe, who is taking all these photos that Vin Diesel is putting up?
Do they have a hot dog we don't know about?
Yeah, because Vin's not taking the photos. He's in the photos.
Yeah, he's busy.
And they're also like, I mean, they're cinematic, the photos. They're great. But I remember just sitting in the theater going,
hang on,
who took all these photos? I love it. It's so unapologetic, you know what I mean? In the sense that like, well, guess what? And it's early in the movie, and you're going, if you're going to ask questions about the photos, you're going to have a lot of problems with this movie. There's a lot that may not add up. But yeah, I mean, we got to see the Torettos back at it, because that was the big ending of that was the big cliffhanger, that The Rock was back.
Right.
And so The Rock is supposed to be in, but I don't know. It feels like old DJ is moving into a different part of his career where he's doing like, he's getting away from like the action-y movies, because he's coming out with the A24 movie this year about the fighter.
Right.
That the Safdie, what's his name? Safdie did it.
Yeah.
It's not Benny, is it? It's the other Safdie, right?
I don't know.
That did the A24 movie, where all they've put out is like a screen grab from it. He's already shot it, but they put out a picture of him. I think Mark Kerr might be the fighter, and it looks
Is it Don Savage?
Unbelievable.
Is that what it's called?
No, it's not Doc Savage.
Are you sure?
I don't think it is. Doc Savage feels like not a serious thing. But it could be. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's Doc Savage.
Jungle Cruise 2?
That's what it was. Jungle Cruise 2. No, Doc Savage, the man of bronze, was raised from childhood by a team of scientists to become the superhero of the 1930s. I would guess that that's not a movie that's really going to happen.
The Smashing Machine.
The Smashing Machine is the movie.
Why isn't this on his upcoming? Oh, there. Oh, it's all the way up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
I think if you go to the top, those are the movies that are actually happening.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Mark Kerr. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think it comes out in like October, but like that is that's like a meaty movie.
It's a movie.
Yeah, like a
film.
Like a movie.
Like a movie. Yeah, this is like a serious thing.
It's a A24 movie.
Yeah.
And then after this, he's doing the Scorsese movie.
That's right.
With Emily Blunt and Leonardo DiCaprio about the gangsters in Hawaii.
Does he just do every movie with Emily Blunt?
Him and Emily Blunt have great chemistry.
Weren't they in Jungle Cruise together?
Yes. And they had great chemistry. And they were doing their press together. I tell you what, if I was, what's his name? Jim Halpert, I'd be very worried. He's married to Emily Blunt. I wouldn't want her getting along with The Rock like that.
I guess.
What do you mean, I guess?
The Rock's also, isn't he married?
Yeah, but still, he's a charmer. Yeah, so you know, between A24 and Scorsese, I kind of wonder if Rock is like really into doing another Fast and the Furious movie.
I mean, he's signed on, isn't he?
Big deal. He's the Rock. He's the final boss.
All right.
You know? What are they going to do? You have to do it. Cool. Make me.
Well, I mean,
they're like, okay, I mean, legally you're required to.
Yeah.
Just grab our lawyers. I think they're the ones.
Oh, yeah, and then he's doing the live action Moana.
That is happening. Yeah, he's shot it. That's already shot.
That's shot, yeah.
I bet he didn't have to wear a muscle suit.
Probably not.
Probably just took his shirt off and it's like, okay, let's go. Let's put a wig on, and Maui is here. What can I say? Besides, you're welcome. Yeah, I don't know. When does live action Moana come out? And is there
next year?
Is one of the actors in the film going to do a press tour making controversial statements to make sure it bombs?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anybody on the movie going to come across as extremely unlikable to make sure that the film bombs?
That's Disney's MO.
Right, that's cool. I wonder if anybody was pissed about that. Feels like Snow White would have been a slam dunk.
Yeah, feels like.
I mean, that feels like an easy one.
Scheduled for July 2026.
The Rock's gonna come. The Rock's gonna come strong. I think. The Rock's been doing his wrestling and shooting movies, and it feels like after, because it's gonna be that movie, The Fighting Machine, Moana, the Scorsese movie. I think we're in for a wave. He was like, okay, all right, you want to tease me for Black Adam?
He could use a W.
Oh, he's gonna get some dubs.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna get. You mean because he lost to? Because he got chokeslammed at WrestleMania 40?
No.
Because Cody won the belt?
Because he's got some L's.
Big deal. John Cena beat Cody.
Black Adam.
That's it.
Red One.
Red One's fine. It was an Amazon movie. Red One was fine. Moana 2 is a big dub. Moana 2 made $1 billion. It
was okay.
It was great, Moana 2. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life.
It was okay.
It was awesome.
One of the best movies I've ever seen.
I love that movie. I sing it every morning. You know what I do before I leave the house?
Go ahead.
I go like this, chee-hoo! And the kids do it with me. We love it.
Songs were lacking.
No.
Yep.
Not that one. Not the chee-hoo song. Maybe with some of the other cast. I don't know. I can't speak to them.
Lin-Manuel was busy.
Well, big deal. We don't need him.
All right.
Moana 2 is great. It's my favorite Disney franchise.
Okay.
Including The Lion King. And Toy Story. Toy Story started to lose steam at 3. Moana 2, still rocking.
I was watching some Toy Story over the weekend.
What?
It was on.
Watching Toy Story over the weekend?
The family was watching.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Scuttless. Which Toy Story?
That's the thing. It was a marathon of all 5 or 4 or whatever.
You think he was watching Toy Story for hours? He was watching Buzz Lightyear?
Probably.
He's probably fucked up, too.
Of course he was.
Did I ask you if I could?
I was worried. Being gone for 6 days with no shows. I was worried if we'd ever see Travis again.
Was he even going to come
back?
He was
deep. He went deep.
That's what I think. I think so, too. I think it got very dark, and I think it was a lot of Toy Story watching.
Just in a dark room by myself.
Watching crying. Watching all the Toy Stories. Because they figured out a perfect ending for the last 3 Toy Stories. They were like, this is the end of the franchise.
I can't believe it.
They're coming out with another one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Sure.
Look.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Allen.
I mean, good for him.
Yep.
But.
I mean, literally, Woody and Buzz separated at the end of the last one.
Yeah. They went their own way.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, okay.
We are done.
I thought we had a perfect ending to the franchise. We officially have a perfect ending to the franchise.
Yeah, you thought 3 was perfect? No. This is perfect.
This is perfect. Some people thought 2 was perfect. Many thought a sequel wasn't necessary. But 5 is going to smoke.
You just wait.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
We got to take another break because we got many advertisements today. So because it's a very popular show, people want to get on board. I'm sure you want to get on board too. Stay right there. Stay on board. We will be back with a lot more action.
We will be right back. The Sam Roberts Show. We're back. The Sam Roberts Show.
There's a lot.
It's more than I've given.
Yeah. They're great songs, too.
Excellent songs. They'll live forever.
And wide variety of work. Like, We on a Mission. This is like Fantastic Voyage. Well, two of them are very, very similar. But Gangsta's Paradise is very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gangsta's Paradise is the serious Coolio. And he gave us Kenan and Kel.
I was just going to say that.
Kenan and Kel very similar to the other two.
Song. He didn't give us Kenan and Kel.
We wouldn't have had them without the song.
I think they were born already.
Yeah, physically, yes. But I can't imagine. Are you watching Kenan and Kel without the Coolio song?
No.
No, I don't think anybody is. No, I'm with you on that. So,
okay.
Shout out to Coolio. Kanye's having a tough time.
Really?
He's having a tough time, yeah. Yeah, he went on Twitter. You know,
Let me check.
I don't know if you saw.
I haven't been keeping up.
He went on Twitter because I was reading this tweet from Kanye. And like I was like, okay, you know, I get that. I get what? Like at the very end.
Okay.
At the very end, it was like, it's like I was just walking down the street, and then all of a sudden it opened into a giant, like it was a cliff, and I just fell off. And I went, how do we get here? I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, and I mean, I guess he's gone through it. Did he? Oh, he did not delete the tweet.
No.
Okay.
What?
I'm so upset about the situation.
It's very upsetting.
Yeah.
What's so bad?
The song is called Cousins, about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady a few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore.
Okay. And it's important to note that look at dirty magazines together is in quotes.
It is. That comes around towards the end. Mm-hmm. That's one of these things. It's like,
okay.
It's like a season of White Lotus where you don't realize that you've already seen the ending. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. And then he says his name is Ye, and well, he performed acts on his cousin until he was 14. I mean,
this is more shocking to me than Kaiser Soze.
There's a twist.
Yeah,
that was a serious twist to the end of that. That was a wild end. I feel like I did go through a journey.
Yeah.
On this whole thing. And like it did, it's one of those where you have to rewind and watch the movie again, knowing what you know. I did go back and reread the tweet a couple times, going, wait, how did we get here?
Wait, hang on.
Yeah,
you were just putting out a song.
Yeah, you could have just said the song Cousins. The song is called Cousins for personal reasons. Would have been fine.
I mean, maybe he's trying to,
I'm sorry you went through that, I guess. Sorry, he and his cousin went through that.
Yeah.
He's been on a bender. And it sounds like it was his idea.
He was 14. I mean, people have bad ideas. Listen. Not everything needs to be on Twitter. Sometimes you're like, I hope he's not just Twitter.
Okay.
I hope he's working through it.
I hope so.
I hope he's going to a therapist.
This J word is just all over.
He loves the J word.
Jesus Christ.
No, not Jesus.
No, but he was.
Different J word.
He was. I mean, I'm like, not only am I so done with Kanye, and I did not think.
I mean, everybody is. Yeah, like, this doesn't even make the news anymore.
No, it's so like, I mean, it's desperate. It feels desperate. Like, so much of this Bender stuff, it's kind of pathetic at this point. Like, you're like, what happened to this guy? He really was, for a time, he was an artist that defined a whole generation.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole generation of us that like, no, and even when he was kind of an asshole, we forgave him for everything.
Yep.
Like, okay, you want to interrupt Taylor? You can interrupt Taylor. And then he gave us, we said, look, you better come up with something if you're going to interrupt Taylor. And he was like, how about Twisted Fantasy? And we were like, yeah, that'll work. Okay. That'll do it. That'll 100% fine with it then, yay. No problem. No problem at all. You know, he's like, "Are you guys tired of auto-tune?" We're like, "Yeah, we're kind of sick of it. We don't really need auto-tune." He's like, "What about 808s and heartbreaks?" We're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no, we can do more auto-tune then. That's totally fine. You got it, Ye. No problem."
Azalea Banks says Kanye's on the Diddy tapes.
Oh,
she's always got something to say.
Yeah. Azalea Banks is always good for one. She's always good for a scoop. Oh, wow. Wow. Amber hit him with the wow. Now I wonder if this is a theory, if this is fanfic.
It's a lot of accusations.
It comes across like it could be fanfic. Okay.
There's
a def in here though. That definitely. It could be fanfic.
There's a really funny line in here if you read the whole thing.
Okay. That's funny.
Not that.
Okay. It was on one of them. Okay. Jason. Okay. 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 Thank you. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
That's so funny.
That's interesting. Yeah. That's very funny. That one's the funny one. Amber, can't touch you guys. The implication that Kris Jenner there. Wow. I mean, man, I would tell you this about Azalea Banks.
She also shits on Drake at the same time.
I mean, yeah, without like, she's like, no, but. Yeah, Drake gets a no, but. I love how much she fit into one single tweet.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually pretty impressive. She knows. That's just a good use of the written word.
Word economy.
She does. Kid Kelly would love it. Kid Kelly always told me about word economy.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I feel bad for him.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, because he's not surrounded by people who should be helping him.
Yeah, I feel bad in the sense, like
he clearly needs help.
Help. I want him to get help. Like this. What's crazy to me? Well, all of it's crazy, but Britney got that whatever. What was it called? That when
I almost said a
conservatorship. Britney got a conservatorship for hitting a paparazzi with an umbrella because she was trying to get her kids back. Kanye is so far beyond anything we saw Britney ever do.
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye's paparazzi's in headlocks and been like, that was just Tuesday. Britney hits one guy with an umbrella and all of a sudden we need to lock her up into the vestibule of a mansion. Meanwhile, Kanye's over there. I mean, at least take his Twitter away. What about my free speech? No, it's for your own good, Kanye. It's for your own good. Yeah, it's not for us. It's not for me. It's for you.
I just feel bad for him.
I know. And it's like not only has he gone like totally off the deep end, is a completely broken human being, but that thing that made him, that art, he's clearly lost it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah. Because if he didn't have money, like he would just be another guy on the subway that's getting in Troy's way while he tries to go to work.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Like that's the mental level that he's at.
And you wonder if part of it is that like that artistic part, whatever was in his brain that made him the artist that he was, has been wiped. And now he's just got the crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now he's just got like, this is his only way to express himself is to just say outrageous stuff.
Yep.
Because he can't, because before it was like, he doesn't need to say anything. He can express himself through music and then everyone around him is going to say whatever you want. Like, this is the stuff that's leading music. This is like the whole genre is based on, okay, there was a period of time where Kanye put an album out and it was like, this is where music's going to go now.
Changed everything.
Right. And it was almost like you were waiting for it.
Yep.
You'd wait for Kanye to put the album out to know where things were going. And that was, by the way, all the way up until at least Pablo.
Oh, yeah.
If not Ye. I think Ye is good.
So do I.
But Ye, I think, is it.
That's it. That's the cherry on top.
And you can hear him slipping on Ye, like kind of what he's talking about and everything. You're like, okay, things are not in the best place, but the music's still good. And then after Ye, it was like...
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Well, then you were kind of like, oh, I found Jesus. Okay, that's...
Good for him,
good
maybe.
For him,
like, it's not I'm not trying to listen to gospel music, but if that's
where your heart
that's getting
is,
him through the day, like...
he swung it in the complete other direction.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So crazy, man. Yeah. And it's like, and you're right, Travis, like, he's writing this insane stuff. I hadn't heard about any of this.
No.
And he spent all day tweeting about stuff, and nobody's even...
No, nobody cares.
It's just another
Nobody's
day
like,
of this maniac losing his mind again.
Yep.
Yeah. I miss the old Kanye.
Same.
Yeah. Maybe he knew. That's why, because he did that song, and I feel like after that song, it was like, yeah, that's it.
Well, he was already changing a little bit then.
Yeah.
But it was like, hold my beer, wait till you see this.
Right.
I've said it before. His brain broke when his mom passed away.
I think that's right. Yeah. I think that's right.
Like, he never recovered from that.
I think he probably feels guilt, and I think she was also probably his center.
Yep. Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And probably somebody that would say, yeah, you got to chill.
Yeah.
And he would actually listen to her.
Only honest person probably in his life.
Right.
You know?
Right. Because she seemed like a good lady.
Sure.
But...
yeah.
Well, at least we still got... We used to listen to College Dropout.
You know, I still hear his music. It still hits that special place in your heart.
And you remember where you were.
You remember where you were.
You don't even associate him with the human being, this guy.
And it's still good.
Yeah.
But...
yeah, when I want to get on my ego shit and start and go, you know what? No one man should have all this power. But I do. And the song stops, and I struggle to find the power that I thought I had when the song was on. But while the song is on...
you feel good.
It feels great while the song's on. And doing it better than anybody has ever seen anyone do it. It screams from the haters, you know? All right, guys. Thank you for hanging and banging. Happy to be back. We will be back again live tomorrow. We will see you then.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Up in the real inauguration room or the runoff inauguration room?
There's no difference.
There isn't.
There's no difference. In Trump's America, he took your biggest gangster rapper you ever had and he turned him into a wedding DJ playing Don't Stop Believing.
Isn't that amazing?
It's something I wanted to happen in 91.
Yeah.
I'm just mad that it took this long. But that to me was the peak. This fucking guy just sitting there in front of an elderly audience. Don't stop. He doesn't even know the lyrics himself.
No.
Yes, you're right. I will be appearing at the with the New York Comedy All-Stars at the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square Wednesday, February 5th.
February 5th?
Yeah, it's always a very, very big night for comedy. Me, Joe List, Keith Robinson, Bonnie McFarlane, Robert Kelly. Yeah. We're not kidding when we say all-stars.
No, I thought you were throwing that term around loosey-goosey.
No, that's for the Major League Baseball. When I say it, I mean it. Tickets, NewYorkComedyAllStars.com.
Look at that.
NY. Yeah, look at that lineup, huh?
One night only. NYComedyAllStars.com for tickets at the Hard Rock Cafe here in New York. That's a lineup, dude.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
You know that everybody in New York knows the place to be is Times Square, right? Every New Yorker is like, I got to get to Times Square.
Yeah,
or
Midtown.
What am I doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be us, tourists, and a couple of stragglers.
That's right.
You know, a couple of people trying to not run into somebody from New York. New York, Times Square is a great place to hide out if a guy from New York is looking for money. He's not going to find you there.
That's right.
But also, I wanted to say thanks for Jim McClory. He wanted me to come in today and see if you and I had any chemistry.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
He didn't tell me that.
Yeah, he goes, I don't know what we're doing, but I have a gut feeling that you guys... Are you familiar with Tom Joyner?
Yeah, of course.
The fly jock.
Yeah.
In the 80s, he would get up in the morning, do morning radio in Houston, get on a plane, fly to Chicago, and do their evening drive time, and then fly back to Houston for the next night's show.
Like you do that every day?
Every single day. Every single day he did. And I'd like to think myself as a modern day Tom Joyner. I'll come in here.
Wow.
Pick up the pace. Bring a little broadcasting to this chaos. Get on a plane, fly around the corner.
Do Bennington.
Yeah, do Bennington.
You would do that for us?
If the money's right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
If the money's right. Right now, we're going back and forth.
That's good. The negotiations, though.
The negotiations, I come in high.
You do.
That's what I like. I like to go as high as possible. Where they're like, nobody gets paid this. And I'm like, excellent. One guy's going.
One guy.
Yeah. And then I settle.
Sure.
Whatever they have, I'll do it for.
I'll kind of do it for whatever. Throw some peanuts at me. Maybe free parking.
A basket of muffins.
Sure.
Could get me coming in here every day.
Sure.
But you're excited about everything that's happening with the Zig Heil and all that stuff.
It's huge for me. Yeah. Yeah, it's really big. I was waiting. It's like, can we just get to the place where that's okay again?
Finally, right? Fucking woke is done.
Right.
It's fucking Zig Heil.
Right. It's like, because that was
that's
that to me was the problem with cancel culture. It's like these innocent gestures were just being looked at as something like they would call it. You know what they call it? They'd say hate crime.
Yeah.
I go, what does that even mean?
I didn't even know it's cancel culture.
That's what they say. This is a new sort of...
I swear to God, for 8 years I thought it was cancer culture. And every time someone died of cancer, I'm like, this shit has got to stop.
It's gone too far.
It's gone too far now. But, we're bringing all the words back and we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think... one of the great things that's happened that we find out that these multi-billionaires are special needs at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Remember what Elon Musk, before he talked, everybody was like, that dude's brilliant.
He's a genius.
He's a genius. And now he comes running out on the stage on his tippy toes and he's jumping up and down.
Yeah. It makes you feel better because you realize, like, listen, yeah, this guy knows rockets. But we know how to function in a regular society. He hasn't gotten that. Who?
No one does that.
No, I've never seen it happen.
No one does that.
It's a bad imitation of a human. He has to sit there the night before going, how would a person do this?
Remember when Giuliani's kid was a little fat boy and he was on the stage?
He'd climb all over him.
Yeah, that's what Elon's doing.
Yeah.
He's got that guy's act.
Yes, he does.
But here's the thing. You said he knows everything about rockets.
I think so.
You know what's fucking interesting?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that scientist that goes around doing everybody's podcast and he's got all...
Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
He says shit like, I'll go, what? What are you... That's unbelievable.
Right.
Elon Musk has never said one thing that I didn't understand. You know what I mean? He's like, we're going to go to Mars. I'm going, okay. But he doesn't explain how. He doesn't.
That's actually a great point.
Yeah.
Because I thought when before all the Twitter stuff, before he was like this, cult of personality guy, I thought he was a genius because he was like, I'm going to stop traffic. I'm going to build tunnels. And I was like, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And you know why?
Yeah.
Because I could wrap my brain around it completely.
Yeah, right.
Like there were no questions. I wasn't going, if we're under the traffic, we'll get there right away.
You didn't realize it would be a really tiny tunnel that you had to get in the back of a car. I don't know what you're supposed to do with your car while you're in the tunnel.
No, I didn't think about any of it. I just go, of course, a tunnel. It would take a genius.
By the way, don't you love this congestion pricing?
It's the best.
So good, man.
It's the best, man.
I love it.
Yeah.
Finally, the roads for the people that can afford it.
Right. Because to me, the problem was never traffic. It was the have-nots driving.
Oh, I hate them.
I do too. They always did bother me, especially now for you. I mean, with the 2 gigs you got coming up,
your mouth to God's ear.
Yeah, congestion pricing is going to be nothing for you.
I just got a text from McClure saying, I told you not to bring that up on the air.
Wow.
But that's how I negotiate. I negotiate on the air.
Yep.
Transparency is my whole thing, except for any of the Coke stuff.
We don't bring
I keep that quiet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't put it on Instagram. All right.
You don't?
I pull the blinds down.
Smart.
It's Philly style. All right. Put the blinds down.
Smart.
Then we fucking start.
Smart. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's a good thing. But there are people that are trying to say, because we hadn't gotten there, we were leading up to that. You came in at just the right time. That Elon's Zig Heil.
Yeah.
They were saying, well, that wasn't what that was. And when I saw a picture, I saw a photo of just the arm extended, and I go, oh yeah, they're trying to get him. He's got a lot of enemies. Clearly, this is taken out of context. And then I watched the clip, and man, he pounds that chest hard and goes out straight diagonal. It is hard to understand what else it could be.
Yeah, the dog whistle is supposed to be just for dogs. He came out with a real whistle.
Yeah, it's just a whistle. The dog's going to react, but we all heard it. Yeah, I mean, and he bites his bottom lip like, I've been waiting so long to do this. I've been wanting to do this so bad. And finally, I knew, they told me, somebody probably told him as a joke. Maybe he doesn't pick up on social cues.
No, he doesn't.
Somebody probably told him as a joke, yeah, you'll be able to do that once our guy's president.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Really? Really? I can?
Now, if you're Trump, are you like, this guy's stealing my heat? Because it's all anybody's talking about today. And it was Trump's big comeback.
It was his day.
He's the comeback kid. And now it's just Elon constantly.
I wonder if that is going to be one of those things where he brings Elon into the fold because Elon's got power. But then the spotlight starts to shift and Elon starts to get the attention and everything. He's absolutely going to get jealous of that.
I mean, you were around for when Hulk Hogan saw what was happening with Macho Man, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he wanted no part of it.
No.
And he did everything he could to destroy that.
He said, if Macho's going to win the title, let's make sure I'm in the ring. And
I'm in the ring. I'm doing it, blah, blah, blah. I'm walking with this girl. I'm doing everything.
Right.
But Trump, too much of a big heart to have that happen. I think he's being,
nice guy.
He's being taken advantage of.
You think Elon is taking advantage of Trump?
No doubt.
Yeah, his good nature.
Because when people are saying that co-presidency and calling him Elania and all that.
Oh, they said that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not trying to stop him. You know what I mean? Like anybody else would be like, hey, we have a president.
Right.
You know what I mean? Donald J. Trump. He doesn't say that at all. He retweets.
How do you think JD feels about all this? When you offer somebody the vice president, and I think JD Vance was probably like, oh, look at me, I'm going to be the number 2 guy. And I barely saw JD Vance yesterday.
It's a very good point. He's laying in wait.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's waiting for the right moment. But they got rid of the other guy. I can't even pronounce his name. That was supposed to be doing stuff with Elon.
Vivek.
Thank you.
Yeah, because he said he didn't like Saved by the Bell. That was why.
That was a big reason why. But also, do you think Elon likes to share? No.
And where did Vivek say he likes Saved by the Bell? On Twitter.
X. You got to call it X.
Forgot about the X thing.
It's better since it's X.
It is. You like it better.
More porn.
Yeah,
it's a lot more porn. But
true.
Accidental
Full
porn.
nipple.
Like you're going through and you're like, oh, there's porn here.
It is crazy that that does I go to Twitter for my news and just full penis in vagina can just show up.
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
X can just show up as you're scrolling through.
But you stay a while?
Well, once it's there, it's hard to just, because you scroll past it and then you scroll back.
And then you go, man, black people can fuck. They're very, very serious when they fuck. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I've never even seen Missionary once.
No. They're over that.
Yeah.
They're over that. But I guess that's part of the charm of X too. Yeah. I do wonder if because Elon also loves the spotlight. Like everything changed for Elon when he did Rogan's show, and he smoked a joint a little bit, and he started becoming a personality. He started to like it. He went on stage with Chappelle. He got booed.
Yeah.
But he still likes the idea of Rogan and Chappelle and the cool guys giving him the time of day.
You know that he's the one who hooked up Rogan with Trump, right? Because he announced it before. He goes, yes, Trump will do Rogan show.
Oh, he was the connective tissue.
He's the connective of everything.
Yeah.
He's the big swing, the whole thing. People driving around in their MAGA cars, those little electric MAGA cars.
I haven't seen those.
Yeah, you've seen them. They used to be called Tesla.
Gotcha.
Now he's rebranded.
Yeah, the MAGA trucks.
Even the cars are better, though. Hard Rock Johnny drives one of those.
Cybertruck?
No.
Or just the regular Tesla?
Yeah. The Cybertrucks don't work.
They don't?
They don't work.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
They look great.
They look fantastic. Did you see the Sony thing? It looks like it's like flying.
No.
It's like 6 feet off the ground. I just saw it yesterday. Hopefully it's AI. Hopefully it's not real.
Because it's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. We don't need
we
to
all
be off
know.
the ground.
Look, to the young people, yeah, the future sucks. But the past was so fucking great.
Past ruled.
Yeah, past was great.
Ruled.
And I fucking remember growing up going, I love the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's fucking nobody knows what you're doing.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. I've yet to see, like, future has been amazing. This technology has been incredible.
Yeah.
Nothing's been better than the 90s.
90s were great, but the 80s, I didn't even know. This is how far you're away from the news.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a President Reagan until 1986.
Wow.
That's how little of the news you were supposed to keep up with the news.
You could just completely stay away.
Yes.
And you were kind of a nerd if you even knew who the president was.
Why would you bring it up?
Right.
I lived in Florida at the time. You think we sat around and talked about the government?
I don't think so. No. So this is the Sony flying car?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, is it literally, it's literally flying? It doesn't look like it's flying. It's flying.
It's flying, and you can play your CDs in it.
Oh,
like it
that's
looks
awesome.
like a CD player.
Yeah, it does. It does. It looks like one of those Discman. They have. So Sony has the one designer, and he kind of shapes everything.
So everything.
Yeah.
What if we did a disc thing again?
Yeah.
You think that would work? Yeah, I think so.
I guess so.
Does it fly?
Why would you need a car that can fly 3 feet off the ground? Like it's just slightly off the ground. I mean, and I don't mean to be the.
Guess how many dogs this is going to save?
You're right.
Nobody's going to hit a dog.
Just
ever
right
again.
over the dog.
Yeah, right over the dogs.
Right.
That's all we've ever wanted to do.
I mean, the deer are still fucked. You're going to hit a deer right in the head with one of these things.
Probably the antlers.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you're going to hit a fawn.
Not a fawn. No. The fawns are going to be fine. But this is the type of thing where, like, the antlers are going to get stuck in the gears under the car. You're going to drag that thing miles down the road. It's going to be ugly. But you're right. Household pets? Squirrels? Yeah. Squirrels are going to be in paradise.
Yeah. Well, I never cared much for squirrels.
You don't like them?
They're rats with a nicer tail, Sam.
Suburban rats.
Yeah, I don't like them.
You're not wrong.
And they also carry disease.
Which diseases?
COVID.
You're kidding me.
The COVID came from the squirrels.
Wow. I knew they were dangerous. I didn't know they were that dangerous.
The Sony car. You like it, though? I mean, you take a look at it? Because I'm going to come flying out February 5th on stage.
You're bringing it in the Hard Rock.
The home of comedy, the Hard Rock.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Because that's what they say. The Hard Rock Cafe is known for comedy.
What is that, February 5th?
It's February 5th, but a lot of people don't realize it's 7 p.m. show.
Yeah, we got to do 7 p.m. because they close the whole Times Square thing closes down by 9 o'clock, 9:30.
That's what they say. They say New York, the city that never sleeps, but there's nothing good after 9:30.
All right, I want you to pick your favorite here. It's
Okay.
going to be me. I'm off the thing because you're going to pick me because of the whole fly jock thing. And
I'm trying to get in good with McClure.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
We do have chemistry. I'm picking up on that today.
I'm enjoying it.
Joe List.
Okay.
Keith Robinson.
Okay.
Bonnie McFarlane.
Okay.
Robert Kelly.
Okay. Favorite?
Who's your favorite?
I can tell you who makes me laugh the most, and I can tell you who would be hurt the most if I didn't pick them.
Okay. That's great.
But it's two different names, unfortunately.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. The person who'd be hurt the most?
Yeah.
Bobby's sitting glued to the radio going, you got to pick me.
Bobby is so fragile.
Yeah.
So funny and so fragile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hilarious.
I call him the dark side of comedy. He's my. Let me tell you something about Robert Kelly.
Uh-huh.
Pick a decade, Robert Kelly would have done great comedy in that. Silent